From pretty much the present, this is your host, Adam Graham, welcoming you to a week of old-time radio detective podcast from 2013. Because these podcast episodes are quite old, offers and information contained in them are not valid unless they are reflected on our website at greatdetectives.net. Now enjoy a week of podcasts from our archives at the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me. Box13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook. Facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Well, I do want to encourage you, if you've not already, to pick up a copy of my new ebook, What Made the Golden Age Shine. And this is written kind of in response to a lot of questions I've gotten over the years. Most of this stuff we listen to here was made 20, 30 years before I was even born. So the question's often asked, what's the appeal? And what makes the Golden Age shine? I take a look at the qualities that makes Golden Age entertainment so meaningful even today. So it's available for your Kindle as well as your Kindle app. If you have the Amazon Prime membership, you can get it for free. It's What Made the Golden Age Shine. All right, folks. Well, let's go ahead and we'll take a listen to today's episode of Frank Race, The Adventure of the Diver's Loot.
The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubov. The war changed many things, the face of the earth and the people on it. Before the war, Frank Race worked as an attorney, but he traded his law books for the cloak and dagger of the OSS. And when it was over, his former life was over too. Adventure had become his business. The Adventures of Frank Race. Now we join Frank Race for the adventure of the Diver's Loot.
London, under a heavy rush of cumulonimbus clouds, scudding thunderheads that looked as though they might knock off your head at any moment. I just left the embankment and was hurrying across Westminster Bridge when...
Hey, Race! Race, wait a second!
It was Mark Donovan, running to catch me, and for some reason the sight of a New York taxi driver afoot in London seemed incongruous enough to rate a grin.
All right. I give up. What's so funny? Because the guy has to lope like a highboat bank tail to come up with you.
Sorry, Mark. I was just thinking how different this is compared to ramming a cab along 42nd Street.
It's so different. Just had to hack my way through a jam. It was worse than going for the X's on fight night. That damn Trafalgar Square.
Slow down. You're wheezing like a sump pump.
It ought to be. I almost forgot. I've been pulling this marathon because a guy wants to see us. Personality named Rhodes.
Lawrence Rhodes?
Yeah. Very pip and cheerio. Wants to see you pronto. Offices in Eaton Square, you know.
I can't take on another assignment. We should be getting back to New York. But I'll see Rhodes anyway. Everything about Lawrence Rhodes was thin. His weight, his hair, the wispy line of his very blonde mustache. He looked as though he might be the operator of an exclusive ladies' shop. Actually, he served as British representative for Acme Indemnity, and during the war had cracked a Normandy beachhead as leader of a tough commando unit.
Decent of you to come, Race. We feel it's imperative that we have an American in on this, since it's an American venture to begin with.
Well,
and when it's a case of children losing their lives... Oh, forgive me. What were you saying?
I was going to say that... What's this about kids losing their lives?
A little French lad killed aboard the salvage vessel.
Rhodes, I'm afraid you're going to have to start this from the beginning.
Of course. Old habit of mine, assuming people have previous knowledge of what I'm talking about. Forgive me. All this stems from a salvage operation just across the channel. But before we discuss it further, I want you to meet someone.
He left me for a few minutes and came back with a husky-looking man of about 50. A man he introduced as Charles Menifee.
Mr. Menifee can tell you much more about this matter than I can, Race. He's in charge of the operation.
It's a cleanup job. My company secured the contract for dragging the harbor off Cherbourg. We've been picking up the residue of stuff that was sunk there during the war, particularly after D-Day. I happened to be on the vessel in question when this affair took place. Besides the mishap to the boy, we lost a diver by the name of Joe Donner. Just disappeared, leaving nothing but broken signal and airlines.
How old was the boy, and how did he happen to be aboard?
He was 12, a waterfront kid that had been made a sort of a mascot by the men. Apparently, they smuggled him on the vessel for this voyage. It was all pretty much of a mix-up, and no one seemed to know anything about it.
That brings up an important point, Race. Acme is indemnifying Menifee's company against all liability, and if this youngster died on that vessel, then we'll assume our full obligation. But we should know if he really did die on the boat. Your opinion on the report will decide that for us.
What sort of accident was it?
That's the peculiar part of it. The thing probably can't be called an accident at all. You see, the boy was shot to death.
Menifee and I left Rhodes' office together and stood talking on the street while waiting for cabs. I was to fly across the channel that evening. He would meet me in Cherbourg on the following day. And as we planned this, a car sidled up to the curb. A gleaming new sedan with the rakishness of a destroyer stopped directly alongside us, and a quiet voice spoke from the rear seat.
Don't you guys try rushing off anywhere. You'll develop more holes in a bum alibi.
From the look of him, he might have been an usher at your sister's wedding. He even had the carnation on his lapel. With the manner of a maestro handling a rare fiddle, he lifted the submachine gun he'd been holding in his lap.
Get your hooks behind your heads and get in here with me.
Should be an enjoyable ride. It's a beautiful car.
A most beautiful car.
Ain't bad for a foreign job. Okay, Connie, but take it easy. We don't want to have to brush off any nosy cops.
Now you're being discreet. In this country, they object to people who carry artillery.
We carry what we like anywhere we go.
Nothing like self-confidence. We haven't met before, have we?
I never forget a face. We ain't met.
I'm Frank Race. My friend's name is...
I know your friend's name. It's Menifee.
Hadn't realized I was so renowned.
How about your identity?
Me? I'm Freddie Troy, an independent voter. I run a little business of my own.
How is business?
Don't pay like it used to, especially over here. Guy's got to take what he can get.
Well, from the looks of this car...
Menifee, I'll give fair odds that the owner of this car hasn't the slightest idea as to who's driving it at this moment.
You're a real hep personality, Ray.
Do you mind telling us what this is all about?
No, I don't mind. I'm taking you out to the country for a ride. A real old-fashioned ride.
But what for?
Some people in Cherbourg, they think you're in the way. So I'm taking care of you. When I take care of somebody, I do it right.
He let his own words send him a little, just enough to relax the vigilance that had been in his attitude. For an instant, the nose of the submachine gun wandered upward away from Menifee and myself, so I lunged! I didn't have to yell at Menifee. He was already on top of the driver as the four of us strained.
Now look what you've done. I'll murder you.
All right, Troy, now here's a little payment in kind.
Race! The machine gun!
I'll get him.
Knocked him cold. Are you all right, Race?
I think so.
You deflected that gun upward just in time. He'd have killed a dozen people.
Where's Troy?
Troy? He must have got lost in the crowd.
Well, conditions are getting better in London. Last time I was here, I had to dodge bombs. This time, it was just machine gun bullets. Cherbourg is still a disabled war veteran. showing gaunt open spaces and bombed-out buildings as mute testimony of the travail she endured. I met Menifee again at the Creole, one of the larger hotels. With him was a man and woman he introduced as Jim and Sandra Whalen. Jim Whalen worked as Menifee's head driver. He must have seen too many George Raft pictures, judging from the way he persisted in twirling a keychain all the time we talked. The woman, slim, young, red-headed, rated seconds on any man's glance.
Turned up anything yet, Rafe?
Nothing, but I have Mark Donovan out looking for leads. You haven't met him. He's tops when it comes to prying out clues.
I want you to know I'm suspending all operations for the time being. The local police seem pretty well stopped by it.
The four of us sat in the lobby and watched it begin to rain outside, a condition that turned the city gray and dismal-looking. Succumbing to the effect of the weather, Menifee and Jim Whalen presently left to take on a few drinks. Sandra Whalen immediately crinkled her nose at me.
It's about time we had a chance to talk to each other. I get pretty tired of hearing nothing but diving and salvage.
Oh? What would you prefer to discuss?
You and me.
Somehow I get the feeling that could become rather complicated.
Oh, I'm counting on it. You mind?
What's the matter, bored?
I was, until you came along. But I'm not bored now. I'm not bored at all.
Sorry, Ducky. There are certain conditions under which I never move in, and this seems to involve all of them.
Oh? Well, you better tell me about it. You see, I've always been led to believe I was rather attractive.
You're most attractive. But there happens to be a guy in the background. A guy by the name of Jim Whalen.
Who also happens to be my brother.
Your brother?
If you doubt it, go and ask him.
I'd look pretty silly doing that. No, I'm more than willing to take your word for it. And now, would you begin all over again?
Begin what?
Those ideas you were advancing. Those very provocative ideas concerning us.
I've given you too much of a lead as it is.
Let's not waste time with regrets. Isn't there another spot, perhaps? A little music?
I know just the spot. Come on, we can slip away before they get back.
Cherbourg no longer seemed gray and dreary. For me, it had suddenly assumed the atmosphere of a Mardi Gras, a mummers parade. But at the door to the hotel, there came an interruption.
Going somewhere, Riz?
That's rather obvious, isn't it? Sandra, this is Mark Donovan.
Hello, Mark.
I don't blame you for going somewhere, but I'm afraid I gotta part you two nice.
Get lost, Mark. I'm sure that whatever you have in mind can wait.
Look, Race, you will probably want to flog me from here to Paris, but it won't wait. It's a red-hot break. It's got to be handled now.
Go with him, Ray. We can make it later. Shall we say tomorrow evening?
You're a very understanding person.
I'm a very persistent person. See you later, Ray.
Marcus, this lead of yours had better be good.
It's good, chum. Let's go.
Where?
Spot called the Bar de Bouc. It ain't the Crillon, of course.
Crillon.
Yeah, like I said, it ain't the Crillon, but it has its points. It definitely has its points. Ain't this something, Race? Makes you forget all about the rain outside, huh?
Who are we going to talk to?
And a table in the corner. Guy and a dame. He's the American I was telling you about. The one that gave me the knockdown to her. Look, I know you just left the pip, but, ain't this girl something?
She was wearing a black suit and a beret. She had dark eyes and honey-colored hair. She was smoking a cigarette in a long holder, and she looked like something Renoir would have put on canvas. We went over, and Mark made us known to one another, identifying the girl as Annette, the man as Phil Benson. We had drinks and began a casual conversation. Benson turned out to be a paving contractor, dickering with the city of Cherbourg for some of its road rebuilding work.
Well, it's kind of tough. They don't want to give it to anyone but a Frenchman. I don't blame them in a way, but I could certainly save them a lot of money on know-how.
Annette, Mark Donovan tells me you know something about what occurred on that salvage boat last week.
Yes, Race. I know something.
Wouldn't want to tell me about it, would you?
No, Race. I will only speak of what I know to the man who's in charge of the boat.
Is it a question of money?
Frankly, yes.
I could get it for you.
No. No, I will only speak to that man himself. The man called Menifee.
All right. We'll make it tonight. Sweet J at the Creole at 8 o'clock. Is that all right?
Yes, Race. That is all right.
Sweet J at the Creon happened to be the apartment Mark and I were occupying. And I had Menifee there at 7:30. He came in with a serious face and a morose attitude. Took a couple of drinks to bring him to the point of unburdening his mind.
It's Sandra, Rafe. I don't suppose you have any idea that she and I are engaged.
Engaged? No, I didn't have any such idea. Sandra didn't say anything about it this afternoon.
Yeah, Sandra's like that. Restless. Always on the lookout for excitement, but I have hopes that she'll settle down.
Of course, I'm sure she will. That must be our caller.
Hello, Race.
Come in, Annette. This is Mr. Menifee.
Hello, Annette. Ray says you've some information for him.
Yes, Monsieur Menachy. I have 3 things to tell you. First, that I consider you a murderer. Second, that I am the mother of a dead child. And third, that I now intend to kill you with this pistol.
Annette!
We'll return to the adventures of Frank Race in just about 1 minute. And now, back to the adventures of Frank Race.
Menifee was down, but I couldn't tell how badly he'd been hurt. I was too involved with a twisting, writhing woman whose intent was to send more bullets into his body.
Let me go. Let me go.
You little idiot. You're not solving anything by making a play like this. Give me that gun. Give me that gun. I'm sorry. You left me no alternative. Now, if you're smart, you'll get out of here. Your police don't like people who use guns.
But I'm not going to hold you?
No, get going.
Very well, Race. I see.
Race.
Better stay put, Menifee, till I get some help here.
It seemed too bad. You saved my life by grabbing her the way you did.
She had me fooled right down to the ground. Where were you hit?
It seems to be near the shoulder.
Here. I'll pack it, then I'll get you a doctor.
No, doctor. I'll take care of this myself.
You've got to have a doctor, Menifee. It would be terrible.
No, I'll take care of it myself. Bring in a doctor and you bring in the police. I've had enough publicity on this thing.
We're likely to need the police. That girl might try this again.
You can take care of that for me. Now, I'll find her, persuade her that I'm not at fault. I'm doing all I can to clean up the situation. But no doctors, no police.
There was no doubt but that Annette would be in hiding. The next morning, Mark and I looked up Phil Benson, the roving paving contractor.
Yeah, I know where she is. Why should I tell you guys? So you can make trouble for her?
Look, don't be a dub, will you? We ain't gonna give her no grief. Race wants to help her.
That's right, Benson. I give you my word.
All right. And I wouldn't want to give her a bum steer. She's a widow, going through a bad time, and I'm nuts about it.
He took us to a small flat over a wine shop on a back street. Here, Annette received us casually, as though nothing unusual had happened. But the moment I mentioned Menifee, her eyes filled with storm.
You may as well know. If I get another chance at him, I shall try the same thing again.
But why? You're not sure that he caused the death of your son?
My son died on that man's boat. For me, that is enough.
Take it easy, will you, baby? Race is only trying to find out what really happened. He's only trying to help you.
I can promise that Menifee won't go to the police if you'll agree to let him alone.
Hear that, baby? Why don't you relax and learn to live again? Give a guy like me a chance to make things different.
Oh, let me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
You've got to talk about it, baby, for my sake. You know how I feel about you. Just give me time to make one of these paving deals and, well, things will be different, that's all.
Oh, please let me alone.
She stalked out of the room, and I realized the futility of trying to deal with a woman stricken as she had been. Benson looked stopped.
If I could only get a break so I could take her away from here.
Are you having any luck?
Not with the city of Cherbourg. They just don't listen. And I could do their cement paving cheaper than anyone on the continent. It looks as though I've got about as much chance as a plugged bullseye.
Stick with it, chum. Things will work out.
They have a way of doing that. We'll see you later, Benson. Hello, Sandra.
Aren't you going to invite me in?
Of course.
Or are you reluctant to receive a lady at this late hour?
Can I fix you a drink?
I've already had a drink. I've already had several drinks.
Well, you're a big girl now. They shouldn't hurt you.
I thought we had a date tonight.
Date?
You know we did.
Well, something came up, something I couldn't avoid.
Menifee talked to you, didn't he? Told you I was engaged to him.
Well, aren't you?
He told me he talked to you. You know, you had me fooled. I didn't think you'd let a thing like that slow you down.
A lot of things slow me down. That's just one of them.
Big, virtuous men, aren't you? Well, I hate virtuous men.
That should simplify everything, then.
Should. But it doesn't. Because after I decided I hated you, I couldn't stop thinking about you. I got drunk.
You make a very lovely drunk.
Dory. Then I dare you to do something. I dare you to put your arms around me and say that.
You think I'm not tempted?
Go on, Ray. Put your arms around me and say I'm very lonely drunk.
I'll make you another drink instead. Sit down, Ducky. You're a little unstrung. As a matter of fact, I'm getting a little unstrung myself.
You're a fool, Ray.
I know it. At this moment, I'm probably the biggest fool in Cherbourg. In fact, I'm surprising the very devil out of myself. I'm keeping this light, Ducky, just enough glory juice to give a taste.
You think Menifee's worth being loyal to? Well, he isn't. He isn't worth it at all.
Here, refresh yourself. Then you'd better go home.
Do you know why Menifee suspended salvage operations? Do you know why he's not letting anybody get aboard that boat?
I haven't the slightest idea, Ducky.
Because they have gold in it. A fortune in gold.
Gold? That sounds a little fantastic, Sandra.
They found a plane on the harbor bottom while they were grappling. A Royal Air Force plane that had been shot down during the war. He'd been carrying gold to occupied France to pay agents who wouldn't work for paper money.
Yes. Yes, they did that during the war.
That's why the child's dead. He happened to be aboard that day and someone shot him to keep him quiet. And that's why that diver turned up missing. Giordano.
Doesn't add up, Sandra. If it did, why didn't Menifee just take the gold and clear out?
Because he can't find it. That's the joke. It's somewhere on the boat, but he can't find it. Either the boy or that diver hid it before they were murdered. So he looked everywhere for that one. But he's been looking for the chest it was found in. The fool. Well, if I could get aboard...
Just how drunk are you, Sandra?
Oh, I'm pretty drunk. But I'm not too drunk. I'm not too drunk.
If you could get aboard, you think you know where it is?
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Let's go out to that vessel, Sandra. Let's go out. Just for the ducks of it. Can you see well enough to hold your course, Mark?
You kidding? I ain't seeing my way. I'm feeling it. Oh, what a night.
There she is. Cut the engine.
We're gonna bump.
Oh, brother, what a break. We hit almost alongside the ladder.
Get the bow around, Mark.
All right.
All right, Sandra.
Watch your step, will you? It's like the stairway to Buckingham Palace.
Gosh, we made it.
There's a light aft. Come on.
You know, we could be walking right into something here. Something rough and tough.
We can stop right now, pal. We've already walked into it.
It was Freddie Troy, the killer I'd met in London. In the light shafting past an open bulkhead, I could see that under one arm he cradled a bag of some sort, while at the same time he held a gun on us.
Well. That ain't the chum I met in England. You go around buttoning into all kinds of things, don't you?
You don't seem as well equipped as you were last time, Troy. Then it was a Tommy gun, now it's just a .45.
That's enough for this job. Get back against the wall.
Gracie's gonna shoot us.
How'd you guess it, sister? That's far enough, punk.
You mean me?
Yeah, you. Now, folks, I'm sorry, but...
Mark, how'd you get that hand in your pocket?
I wasn't reaching for cigars, Junior.
You had to do it. It was him or us.
Oh, lady, you can put music to them lyrics.
Look, that bag. He dropped it and It's spilling gold coins.
We'll have a look at that later. First, let's see if we can do anything for Troy.
Okay, Race, but I'm afraid we're just wasting our time.
Mark was right. It was a case of too much sea and too much darkness. So we turned back to the lighted cabin. And here...
It's the watchman. He's dead.
Shot by Troy.
Oh, I guess I won't have to feel so bad.
Let's look. Look where the coins have been hidden.
What do you know? In a fire hose.
But this is only part of it, a small part. Oh, we're too late. They've been carrying it away.
Yes, they've been carrying it away. But I've got a small hunch that I know where we might find it. They were both at the flat, and I got the feeling that he'd been talking to her again about going away. From the look of her, she hadn't been too responsive to his words.
Hello, Race. What is it you want this time?
Money, Annette. A lot of money. Money that caused the death of your child.
They killed my boy? Yeah, but who would have it here?
Benson would. Wouldn't you, Benson?
Me? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a paving contractor calling himself Benson, who's really a deep-sea diver by the name of Joe Donner. How long have you known this man, Annette?
Only a few days. Since Jacques...
Yes. He came to you so he could keep in touch with what was going on. It makes a grim thought, Benson, courting the kid's mother after what happened.
You're crazy.
You tripped yourself in a couple of ways. For one thing, no real paving man would say cement when he actually meant concrete. But you were authentic enough when you mentioned a bullseye today, because that's the term a lot of divers use for the eyepieces in their helmets. You and Freddie Troy were in this together, weren't you, Donner? You were the diver who brought up the chest of coins, which you knew would be confiscated by the government. So you took advantage of the excitement and hid the stuff. And you murdered that boy because he happened to see you. Then you made it look as though you'd been killed yourself, so you could hide out and pick up the coins later.
Please, if you could prove this.
Ask him to open that bag he has at his feet, Annette.
I'm not opening anything. I'm just going out of here. Don't go for that gun, Annette. I know you got one, but don't go for it.
Please, you stopped me. You let him get away.
He won't go far. Not in France.
And the bag's still here, baby. He didn't get the
I
bag.
could have killed him. You stopped me.
And right now, you hate me for it. But after a while, you'll be glad I did. After a long while, you'll be very glad.
The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubov with Tony Barrett as Mark Donovan, comes to you from Hollywood. Others heard in tonight's cast were Lillian Baeff, Wilms Herbert, Paul McVeigh, Michael Ann Barrett, and Herbert Butterfield. This series is written and directed by Buckley Angel and Joel Murcott. The music is composed and played by Ivan Ditmars. Be sure to be with us again this time next week for another dramatic chapter in the Adventures of Frank Race. Art Gilmore speaking. This is a Bruce Ells production.
Welcome back. Well, we've gotten a lot of complaints about Race from listeners. First time I've heard anyone refer to him as virtuous in that regards, but I think in this case it definitely fit with the character. One thing I think some mystery writers need to watch is the resolution of the case where somebody of that occupation would not have said this, or they would have said that. It can get overused. I remember them doing this, using that same sort of clue that they use today in one of the last Tom Collins episodes. Well, now we turn to an email I received from Bill. on that topic, I just listened to the first Frank Race episode starring Paul Dubov. I have to disagree with you about the voice quality differences between Tom Collins and Dubov. In my opinion, Mr. Dubov's voice was much clearer and easier to understand. Frequently, it seemed to me that Tom Collins was mumbling. I would turn up the volume on my headphones and still not be able to understand what he was saying. In contrast, I understood every word that Paul Dubov said in The Adventure of the Green to Blue. Just my 2 cents. Thanks so much, Bill. And I wasn't necessarily saying that Collins was better, objectively, just that I was more used to Collins's voice. Clearly, both of them are strong actors. I always thought there was something debonair and adventurous in the way that Collins delivered his lines. I'd be interested to know, and I'll put a poll up on Facebook. Ask listeners, which Frank Race do you prefer? We've now had 3 episodes with Paul Dubov as Race, so we've got some basis for comparison here. Then turn to an email from Kevin, who writes, "Hi, Adam. I'm writing again to say how much I'm enjoying both your Great Detectives and Dragnet podcast. I'm listening via iTunes and going back as far as it goes. I've heard every episode of Great Detectives now, and I'm fairly close to catching up on Dragnet. As others have mentioned, this is a mixed blessing, since it means I have to wait for new shows, but that's okay." He goes on and he asks a question relevant to Race. I have a couple questions. This one is not directly related to the podcast or detective shows in particular, but I figured you might have some information. It seemed that many syndicated shows, instead of leaving a 5 to 10 second spread for commercials, played a 1-minute piece of music. Did they expect announcers to read commercials over the music, or was it done to keep the program length consistent if commercials weren't used, or was there another reason? This seems to happen consistently in such shows as The Lone Ranger, The Green Hornet, Philo Vance, The Avenger, 5-Minute Mysteries, and I think even Frank Race, although I don't know if it was original or added in later copies. Also, any idea what the waltzy little song during the Avengers break is? It sure doesn't fit the show at all. I've never listened to the Avengers, so I can't tell you. I think your explanation about keeping show lengths consistent, if, for example, a show's not able to get a sponsor for a particular week, I think that is probably the best explanation. It's not the reading over part. We don't have, as far as I know, any episodes of Frank Race that have the commercials in them, some of the local inserts. There are some radio programs where there exist copies of the radio programs with some of the local commercials inserted. And in those cases, they basically take out the long musical bridge. If they're not able to get the commercials, or because there are multiple segments, if, say, they're selling spot ads and they don't get an ad for every spot, then they've got those musical bridges instead. So good question, and thanks for listening, Kevin. All right, well, that'll do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with A Life in Your Hands, and then join us back here next Monday for another adventure of Frank Race. And be sure and let us know on Facebook which Frank Race you prefer, Paul Dubov or Tom Collins. In the meantime, send your comments to box 13 at greatdetectives.net. Well, today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listener, and I want to thank Kristen, who sent along a nice donation, and we will be sending her access to our premium site, which we do with all donations of $7 or more. All right, well, now it's time for today's episode of A Life in Your Hands. This one comes from July 18th, 1950, and this is called The Arson Case.
Rolly Cigarettes present Earl Stanley Gardner's A Life in Your Hand. Did you hear the glass crash? Was the store insured? How soon did the car start? Listen while we place A Life in Your Hand.
Decisions recently issued by the Federal Trade Commission, an agency of the United States government, should convince you.
You cannot believe in throat tests.
You cannot believe in nose tests.
But you can believe your own eyes.
So take the Raleigh eye test and see for yourself the only real important difference between leading brands of cigarettes. A difference you can believe, because it's a difference you can see. The Raleigh profit-sharing premium coupon.
You never know when you step from the safety of your home, when you may witness a violent death, and be called upon to testify as to what you saw and heard, and suddenly find yourself with a life in your hand. Murder is a dark enigma that strikes fear into the heart of man. Strange, baffling, mysterious. But the darkest crime one man can invent, another man can unravel. Such a man is Jonathan Kegg, created by Earl Stanley Gardner, the world's most popular mystery writer, creator of Perry Mason, Doug Selby, and many other outstanding characters.
Dinner will be ready in a few minutes, Jonathan. Did you have a pleasant drive up?
Yes, thank you, Sarah.
I'm often complimented on my famous brother, Jonathan Kegg, these days. This work you do as amicus curiae, just exactly what is it?
Well, literally, it means friend of the court. I don't act for either the prosecution or the defense. I simply cross-examine witnesses in the interest of truth.
Goodness, if you don't work for either side, who pays you?
No one. Which is one reason why there aren't more men serving as amicus curiae. I've been fortunate in my earlier years, and I can now afford to do this type of work. I've always wanted to do it.
It sounds fascinating, Jonathan. And very worthwhile, too.
I hope it does some good. I've been lucky enough to bring out the truth on several occasions, but the work never stops. You never know when or where violence will strike. Even now, somewhere in the city, there may be a crime in the making.
Look, Papa, I just gotta get that pen. If my dad ever finds out that
I'm sorry, Billy. You know the rules. No charge over $3. Here's your cigarettes and the lighter fluid. That makes you $2.85 you get charged now. I cannot charge you no more.
But, Papa, Dad gave me the money for the pen.
Then what do you do with it?
Oh, I took Mary to the show, and then we had something to eat. Oh, you just gotta trust me, Papa.
Billy, you run up to the biggest charge. You're in hock at $3 is enough. Believe me, Papa knows how far in a hockey kid should go. Now, do like I say. Tell you, Papa. You do that, huh?
I thought you were a pal. Sure, you're a great pal. You'd do anything for a friend. Well, now I know, and I'm going to do something real nice for you.
I don't think you do right, Papa. I don't think you should let these bambinos or money.
Ma, they are not the bambinos, Mama. They are young men and women. They must get used to pay what they owe. And I never let them charge you more than $3.
You must like the kids, Papa. You're not the fool, Mama.
No, I don't fool you. The kids, they don't fool me. What's the matter, Mama?
Nothing.
You look like you see ghosts.
I think for a minute to see across the street. The man would come about these machines.
I don't see him.
He's gone now. Papa.
Don't you worry about him.
You think he's a mean? So the blower store down there?
No. He's just a bluffer, Mama.
You think maybe we should...
Mama, we tell the kids the things that is good for them. We let them have a little bit of credit and we listen to their troubles. But I will never teach them to gamble. I will never take their money with the slot machines. Why, those guys who threaten us to think they are tough. Well, I'm a tough man, too. I will take...
Papa! Put down that meat, please.
See, Mama. But I swear, I die for these kids first.
I beg your pardon. Are you Mr. Gaetano?
Si, senor. I am Papa Gaetano.
I'm George Nelson. My son Bill comes in here a lot.
Oh, you are Bill Nelson's papa. Oh, he's a good boy. I am so glad to know you.
Tell me, does Bill owe you any money?
Oh, see, he owes a little and nothing to worry about. We let the kids run bills up to $3. Everyone in the school owes something.
Well, that's not too bad. Last week I gave Bill $5 to buy a fountain pen. The school called me at the office this morning to tell me that Bill didn't have a pen and that his English teacher required that the work be done in ink. I understand Bill buys such things here. I wondered if he did buy the pen.
Mr. Nelson, I don't like to tell you this. Bill is a good boy. He come to me asking me to trust him for a new pen, but I don't do it. Bill, he owes $2.85 now. A new pen costs $3, $4.
So Bill wanted the pen on credit. Well, I know how to deal with that.
Mr. Nelson, you got lots of money. Maybe you spend so much time making money, you don't learn to know your kid.
Now, look here.
A boy, he's quite some guy. He's got lots of problems. But he's worth everything you got. All Mama and me, we got is the store. But our boy, we're going to put it through college. So, you see, we pretty rich people. Maybe you think about that, eh?
I can handle my own affairs, thank you. Good day.
Hey, anybody home?
I'm here, Bill, in the living room. I want to have a little talk with you.
Oh? What about, Dad?
I gave you $5 last week to buy a new fountain pen.
Yes, sir.
The school called me today. They said you didn't have a pen.
Dad, That's right, Dad.
What did you do with the $5?
I spent it. I took Mary out last Saturday night.
You get an allowance to cover things like that?
What can you do on $5 a week? Well, that isn't even enough to buy gas for the car.
Don't you raise your voice to me, young man. You've got a lot more privileges than most boys your age.
Oh, don't start that routine, Dad.
That will do. Not only did you take the $5 I gave you and spend it for your own pleasure, but then you turned around and tried to charge a pen at the Gaetano shop, where, incidentally, you already owe nearly $3.
Who told you that?
I was at the store today. Mr. Gaetano told me.
He ratted on me?
I know the whole story, and I'm not going to put up with this sort of thing. I think it's high time you had a lesson, my fine buck.
I'll get even with those Gaetanos.
You'll get even with no one. Don't you dare even mention such a thing. And not only that, you're not going to your school dance this Saturday. Is that clear?
Oh, Dad, don't say that. I'm going to sing with the band, and Mary's got a new dress, and... Oh, gosh, Dad, I've got to go to that.
You heard me, Bill. You're not going.
But, Dad...
There will be no argument. I think you'd better go to your room, now.
Takes the rest of my life. I'll fix Papa Gaetano.
Smokers, it pays two ways to smoke Raleigh cigarettes. It pays with top-quality smoking enjoyment. It pays with luxury premiums. There are over 75 beautiful premiums, and you can get them just like gifts. Just smoke Raleighs and save the profit-sharing coupon. And remember,
A recent decision by the Federal Trade Commission, an agency of the United States government, should prove to you.
You cannot believe in throat tests.
You cannot believe in nose tests.
But you can believe your own eyes. So take the Raleigh eye test and see for yourself the only important difference between leading brands of cigarettes. A difference you can believe, because it's a difference you can see. The Raleigh Profit-Sharing Premium Coupon.
$85? Here's $1. Keep the change. Not quite 11:30. Lodge meeting was over earlier than usual. What's going on? Oh, my gosh.
I got
Not me, buddy.
All right, you want trouble, you'll get it. Let go of me, I didn't do anything. Oh, yeah. That'll take care of you, you young punk. Hey, come here. I got the guy that started it. This kid's a fireball.
You didn't eat much breakfast, Jonathan. Would you like more coffee?
Oh, yes, thanks. Just a half cup. I was just reading about this high school lad that set fire to some store near here since I last visited you.
Yes, isn't that terrible? Oh, those poor Gitanos. They're such nice people. And that store was all they had in the world. They planned and worked for years to be able to put their boy through college, too. I don't know what'll happen to them now. They lost everything.
Tell me, Sarah, this Bill Nelson, what sort of lad is he?
I don't know him. I understand that Bill's a nice boy. A little spoiled, maybe. His father's quite well-to-do.
That's interesting. If the father is well off, maybe the Gitanos could recover from him what they've lost. I think I'll drop into court this morning.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Kegg. Your reputation has preceded you.
Thank you, Your Honor. In the case of the People versus William Nelson, the responsibility for the fire can become a very important factor as far as the Gitanos are concerned. To assist in fixing that responsibility beyond question, I should like the privilege of entering the case as amicus curiae.
I'm not sure I see the necessity, Mr. Kegg, but considering both the loss to the Gitanos and the youth of the defendant, I will grant your request. You may proceed, Mr. Kegg.
You are Bill Nelson to the Gitano store?
No, sir, I didn't.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Why were you in front of the store at 11:30 the night of the fire?
Well, I just out for a walk, that's all.
And just happened to pass the store, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Bill, you took an oath when you came up here. What did you promise?
Tell the truth.
And by whose name did you swear to tell the truth?
Right. I am telling the truth. I didn't set fire to the store.
Bill, remember that oath.
I didn't set the fire.
I believe you, Bill. But I also believe you aren't telling everything. Why were you at the store at that time of night? Why, Bill?
Well, I didn't.
Why were you there?
Papa Gitano told Dad about the pen, and Dad would let me go to dance, and I was sore.
So you went to the store to get even?
Yes, but I didn't mean to burn it down. I just threw a rock through the window.
You caught young Nelson after the fire started, Mr. Marcelli?
That's right. I heard the window crash, and I saw this kid run down the street, and I went after him, caught him.
You say you went after him. You mean ran?
No, I was sitting in my car when it happened. I started the car when I saw him run. I caught up with him, jumped out of the car, and tackled him.
You were in your car when you heard the glass break?
That's right.
Did you see any fire in the Gitano store at that time?
No.
How many other cars were in the street at that time?
Mine was the only one.
You were parked on the same side of the street as the Gitano store?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, why not?
That's all. You are Papa Gitano?
Si, senor. That's what they call me.
I understand the fire wiped you out, Mr. Gitano. You had no insurance?
No, senor. Through the fire, she's burned up even $3,000 that was hidden in the mattress.
And nothing in the shop was covered by insurance?
No, senor, nothing.
Would you mind telling us just what happened at the time of the fire?
Well, I'm not sure what time, 11, 12 o'clock. Mom and me is asleep. Well, we both wake up at the same time. We smell smoke.
Pardon me, Mr. Gitano. You and your wife live in the store building?
Si, senor. We got the sitting room, a bedroom, and a kitchen in the back.
I see. Please go on.
Si. Well, like I say, we smell of smoke. I go open the door to the front. Everything she's a fire. While I got the door open, the fire come in the room. I run, I get to Mama, and we run out the back to the alley, and...
Mr. Gaetano, thank you. Do you know Mr. Marcelli, the one who captured young Nelson?
Si, senor, I know him.
Do you know him well, Mr. Gaetano?
He's tried to make Mom and me put in a slot machines to take the kids' money.
That's a lie. I never did anything like that in my life. Order! Order in the court.
That's no lie, Nicky Marcelli. You come to the store, you say you've got to put in the machine. That's true.
That will do. Sit down, Mr. Gaetano. And you be quiet, Marcelli.
Now, Mr. Gaetano, when Marcelli came to you and wanted you to put in slot machines, what did you do?
I tell him to get out. You see, Mr. Kegg, the kids, they're nice kids, but their kids are just the same. Any kid you make it easy for him to gamble, he's going to gamble. Mom and me, we try to help the kids. I'm not going to teach them to gamble, so I tell Marcelli to get out.
Did he threaten you?
I don't know. If he did, I don't pay attention.
When did all this happen?
3-4 times he come to the store.
Did you see him the day of the fire?
The day before, Mama, she thinks she see him.
That was also the day Bill Nelson tried to charge a new fountain pen.
See?
Which you wouldn't sell to him. Tell me this. Did Bill Nelson buy anything that day?
Si, senor. He buys a package of cigarettes
And what?
Mr. Kegg, Bill is a nice boy. He no burn our store.
What else did Bill Nelson buy that afternoon?
He's buy a big can of lighter proof.
That is all. Your Honor, there are two possibilities in this case as I see it. In order to determine which is true, we need the testimony of a person who was merely an innocent bystander.
We will subpoena anyone you desire, Mr. Kegg, and that person must testify to what he saw or heard.
Ladies and gentlemen, few of us ever consider that we ourselves might at any moment witness a crime. Could you recall exactly what you have heard? Or you would hold a life in your hands.
You cannot believe in truth tests. You cannot believe in nose tests. Decisions recently issued by the United States Government Federal Trade Commission should convince every intelligent smoker that you cannot believe in truth tests, you cannot believe in nose tests. These distinguished government experts, appointed by law to protect the public against false and misleading advertising claims, have declared, 1. There is no reliable basis for claims that one brand is superior to another in respect to throat irritant. 2. All manufacturers of leading brands of cigarettes buy their leaf tobacco from the same sources. With these two facts in mind, give yourself Rawley's famous eye test. Hold up 2 packs of cigarettes. One of Rawley's, one of any other leading brand. Turn them around. Take the eye test. You'll see the difference. Yes, you'll see that only Rawleys have a coupon on the back. And because Rawley cigarettes give you rich, fine tobaccos, a smooth, satisfying smoke, that Rawley profit-sharing coupon is the only real important difference between leading brands of cigarettes. It's a difference you can believe, because it's a difference you can see. So switch to Rawley cigarettes, America's greatest cigarette value.
Jonathan Kegg is summoned to the stand. Timothy Murphy, who had just arrived home from a lodge meeting when he heard the window of the Gaetano store across the street shattered. Mr. Kegg is beginning his cross-examination of this innocent bystander.
Mr. Murphy, on the night in question, you had just returned to your apartment after having been to a lodge meeting?
Correct.
What happened?
Well, it was about 11:30. I paid off the cab driver and was unlocking the door to our apartment when I heard a crash of glass. I looked around and saw the boy who had broken the window running down the street. A car started up from the curb to follow him.
From that moment until the boy was captured, did you lose sight of him?
No, not for a second.
Mr. Murphy, let's get this straight.
You swear that you saw Bill Nelson throw a rock or an object through the Gaetano store window and then turn and run down the street. An automobile started up from the curb and followed him.
That's absolutely correct, Mr. Kegg.
You reside across the street from the Gaetano store?
Yes, sir.
You were unlocking the door to the apartment house where you live.
That's right.
Is it dark in the doorway to your apartment?
Yes, it's pretty dark.
When you insert the key into your apartment door, do you do it by feel, or is there sufficient light for you to see?
Well, let me think now. I guess I do it by feeling.
Well, then, Mr. Murphy, while you were concentrating on opening your front door, perhaps your other hand was on the knob.
Well, of course. I was prepared to push the door open.
Then how can you swear that Bill Nelson broke that window?
I saw him.
With one hand on the knob of your front door and the other putting the key in the lock, how could you have seen an action taking place behind your back?
Well, I saw the boy running.
Then you do not know of your own knowledge that Bill Nelson threw an object through the Gaetano store window just before you saw him running.
Well, I naturally assumed.
Assuming will not do, Mr. Murphy. Sworn testimony must be what you actually saw or heard, and nothing more. Because you heard the glass break and saw the defendant running, you concluded he was guilty.
It was a natural assumption.
Possibly, Mr. Murphy, but still only an assumption. Now, I want you to put all that out of your mind and tell us exactly what you saw and heard.
I heard the store glass crash. I turned to look. I heard Marcelli get in his car and start after young Nelson. I could see the running lad quite clearly by the streetlight.
Mr. Murphy, was there any other car in that street besides Marcelli's?
No, I'm sure there wasn't.
Did the car start immediately after the glass crash?
Immediately? Well, almost.
Mr. Murphy, between the time you heard the crash of Gaetano's window and the car started, did you see or hear anything else?
I heard the lad running. And of course, I heard Marcelli get into his car. I didn't see him till after I heard the bell, which attracted my attention.
A bell? What kind of bell?
One of those tinkling things like they have on shop doors. And now, I come to think of it, I heard a door open and close.
Before or after you heard Mr. Marcelli get into his car?
It all happened so fast. I'm afraid I'm getting a bit confused.
Let me ask you this. How long have you lived at your present address?
8 years.
Have you ever been in the Gaetano store?
I have several times.
Do they have a bell such as you say you heard?
Yes, they do.
What other shop in the neighborhood has such a bell?
Well, there isn't another shop of any kind for 3 blocks. Ours is a residential neighborhood, Mr. Kegg. Everything is apartments or houses except Gaetano's and the high school.
Now, be very careful, Mr. Murphy. What exactly did you hear, and in what order?
I heard the glass, then someone running, then I heard a door open. The bell tinkled, the door closed, then Marcelli got into his car and started after the kid.
Was there anyone else on the street?
No one.
Are you sure of this?
I'm absolutely certain that's what happened, Mr. Kegg.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. You have rendered a great service. You may step down. Your Honor, I would like to call Nick Marcelli back.
Nick Marcelli to the stand.
Where do you live, Marcelli?
Well, what's that got to do? On Madison Drive.
Own your own home?
Yeah, but...
Your car is paid for, of course?
Both of them are.
Have you a bank account?
I got plenty in the bank. And I don't owe any income taxes either.
Good.
I don't think I follow this line of questioning, Mr. Kegg. Is it relevant?
I beg the court's pardon. Thanks to the testimony of our innocent bystander, we know who the arsonist is.
Order! I still don't follow, Mr. Kegg.
I promise to connect up, Your Honor, although possibly a bit unconventionally.
I'll expect you to do so. You may continue.
Marcelli, you said you were sitting in your car when Bill threw the brick into Gaetano's store. That you started the car and chased him.
That's right.
But Mr. Murphy heard a car door open and close. How do you explain that?
Well, it must have been another car.
By your own testimony, there was no other car in the street.
What, anybody?
Mr. Murphy also heard the door of Gaetano's store after Bill Nelson started to run away. He could tell by the bell.
There must have been somebody else who...
Oh, no, there wasn't, Marcelli. You were trying to force the Gitanos to put in slot machines. They refused. So you set fire to their store.
The kid done it.
No. It was sheer coincidence, Marcelli, that Bill Nelson threw that rock through the window just as you set the fire. It gave you a perfect opportunity to place the entire blame on him.
But he tossed the rock.
Yes, he did. And for that he shall be punished. But you, Nick Marcelli, are the arsonist. You burned those innocent, God-fearing people out of their home, their future. Didn't you? Didn't you, Marcelli?
Yeah, sure.
That's all I want to know. That substantiates the truth. Because it is the only explanation for the things which Mr. Murphy testified to having heard.
I'm certainly glad to discover the real arsonist, Mr. Kegg, but you still have not connected up your questions to Marcelli about his property.
Your Honor, the Gitanos were ruined by this fire. Nick Marcelli owns enough to make good their losses. I intend to sue him in a civil action to recover on behalf of the Gitanos.
His criminal conviction cannot be used against him in civil court.
That is true, Your Honor. But if any witness tells a different story in civil court than the one he is told here, he is liable for perjury. I think the Gitanos will be able to start all over again. I believe when the civil court jury verdict is heard, it will be in favor of the Gitanos.
Your Honor, we, the jury, find that the defendant, Nick Marcelli, has caused grievous harm to one Giuseppe Gitano, the plaintiff. We assess the real damage to Mr. Gitano at $7,500. We also levy punitive damages against Nick Marcelli in the amount of $100,000.
You must get a lot of satisfaction out of helping to see justice done, Mr. Kegg.
I do, Mr. Wallace. Particularly as in this case where it's been possible to recover at least the financial loss suffered by the Gitanos. Well, Mr. Wallace, I'll see you next week. Good night, Mr. Kegg.
Friends, here's a cordial invitation for each of you to be with us next week, when you will again hear Jonathan Kegg, created by Earl Stanley Gardner, author of the internationally famous Perry Mason stories and many others. And remember, you can believe your own eyes. So look for the pack with the coupon on the back. Rolly Cigarettes, America's greatest cigarette value. Pipe smokers, you'll like Sir Walter Raleigh pipe tobacco. You'll like the rich, full-bodied flavor of Sir Walter Raleigh, never bitter, never biting. You'll like the way Sir Walter Raleigh smokes cool, clean, never leaves a soggy heel in your pipe. Just a nice, dry air. And you'll like that grand aroma of Sir Walter Raleigh. You and your pipe will be welcome everywhere. Yes, ma'am, you'll like everything about Sir Walter Raleigh. It's the quality pipe tobacco of America. A Life in Your Hands is created by Earl Stanley Gardner, produced and directed by Jack Simpson. Script by the McKees with musical effects by Adele Scott, conducted by Whitey Berkeley. Jonathan Kegg is played by Carlton Kadell. This is Mike Wallace inviting you to be with us again next week when Raleigh Cigarettes, the pack with the coupon on the back, will again place a life in your hands.
Tomorrow, Dangerous Assignment joins the big parade on NBC.
Welcome back. Well, as always, a very incisive case of cross-examination detective work. This may have been the most obvious case in terms of the actual result, because we were witnesses as well. And if the boy didn't do it, we weren't left a whole lot of other suspects. I love the Papa Gitano episode character here. Boy, we need more people like that in, every walk of life and business these days. I was somewhat uncertain when Kegg was asking questions for the purpose of a future prosecution in a civil court. That may have been stretching his amicus curiae role a little thin, though I seriously doubt he took any money, even of the punitive damages, given the type of character he is. Well, we turn to listener comments and feedback, and Deanna says, enjoy the show. I like the new Alive in Your Hands show. Keep up the good work. Well, thanks so much, Deanna. I love it when people enjoy some of these more obscure programs that I'm able to find and bring to you. Then I also received this email from Lana, who said, you asked about fairly complete radio shows that were available. What about Claiborne from New Zealand? You can find it on Internet Archive. It's an unusual sci-fi show that is really appealing. There's a sprinkle of humor, romance, the supernatural, and some really interesting down-to-earth people. It isn't a horror story. I don't usually like sci-fi, but I like this. Well, thanks for sharing. I've seen the show. It's somewhat interesting because it's was posted over there by the old-time radio researchers, even though it's a fairly recent show, and for all I gather, in cooperation with the show's owners, I want to be sure that people are able to listen to it, and so it does work out there. So over at archive.org, and the show is Claiborne, if you want to check it out for yourself, and that is spelled Claybourne. And she also says, I'm addicted to Dragnet and listen to it every day on my iPod and on the TV DVDs. I also like Precinct 21, but don't think your criticism about it being too unemotional at times is accurate. I wish more of them were available. Well, thanks so much, Lana. That is, Precinct 21 is definitely a show that's got its share of fans, so... All right, well, I appreciate all your comments and support. That'll actually do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with Let George Do It, and then join us back here next Tuesday for another episode of A Life in Your Hands. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners, and I especially want to thank David, who sends along a donation, and as we do with all donations of $7 or more, we'll be sending access to our premium site. Well, now it's time for today's episode of Let George Do It. It happened on Friday.
Personal notice, changes my stock and trade. If the job's too tough for you to handle, you've got a job for me, George Valentine. Write full details.
Standard Oil Company of California invites you to Let George Do It. In a moment, we'll begin tonight's adventure of George Valentine, but first, listen to this performance report on heavy-duty RPM motor oil. Taxicabs operated by Tanner Motor Tours of Las Vegas, Nevada, used to average only 35,000 miles between overhauls. Today, with heavy-duty RPM, the same cabs travel 100,000 miles before overhauling. Heavy-duty RPM, developed through atomic energy, tested in laboratories and on the road, compared with premium-type motor oils, as designated by the American Petroleum Institute, more than doubles engine life, time between major overhauls due to lubrication. Get complete protection for your car. Get heavy-duty RPM motor oil at any independent Chevron gas station or standard station where they say and mean, we take better care of your car. It happened on Friday, a transcribed adventure of George Valentine.
Dear Mr. Valentine, I might tell you that I'm writing this letter because I'm highly patriotic. I might say I'm writing because I want to see my husband in more trouble than he's already in. Neither would be true. I happen to love my husband, and I want him brought back to the United States alive. If you and your assistant are prepared to take a rather lengthy trip, please call on me on receipt of this letter, and I will explain what cannot be put in writing. Yours sincerely, Lois Craig.
Well, Mrs. Craig, your letter was a little confusing.
Yes, I realized that after I'd written it.
You said you wanted your husband brought back alive. Just where is he?
Miss Brooks, have you ever heard of Friday's Island?
Well, yes, it's in the Pacific somewhere, isn't it?
That's right. One of a cluster of islands in the general direction of Tahiti.
And that's where he is?
Yes. You see, Stanley and I were on a vacation by air in the South Pacific. On the way home, our plane landed on Friday's Island.
Well, so far it's clear. I suppose he decided to go native and stay there.
Nothing quite as romantic as that, Mr. Valentine. No. Just before our plane took off, he said he was going back to speak to the stewardess. When we were in the air and he didn't come back, I investigated.
He wasn't aboard?
He hadn't spoken to the stewardess. Just stepped off the plane and disappeared.
Oh. Well, what did you do? Wouldn't they turn back and pick him up?
Well, the captain of the plane sent a radio message to the airport to locate him. He was there, all right. But he sent word back to me.
What sort of word, Mrs. Craig?
Just that I should continue on home, that he had some business to attend to on the island and would come on when he'd finished it.
What possible business could he have on a little Pacific island?
Well, I have my suspicions. That's why I sent for you.
Yeah. But couldn't the authorities help you?
If what I fear is true, I don't want the authorities to know about it.
Well, I wonder if you could clear that up a little. By the way, what's your husband's business?
Well, he's a writer now.
Well, wouldn't that explain his stay on the island, Mrs. Craig? Research, atmosphere, something?
Not quite. You see, there's an organization, a very secret circle on Friday's Island, known only as the Group.
Sounds like a communist setup.
That's exactly what it is. Stanley found out, I don't know how, that the Group has practically completed plans for taking over the entire area.
Well, that all sounds plain. Obviously, your husband knows what would make a great magazine, a newspaper story.
I haven't told you one thing. Up until 2 months ago, my husband was in the Justice Department. He was relieved of his position because of what they term security reasons.
Oh. Yeah, I see what you mean now, Mrs. Craig. But perhaps you're just jumping to conclusions.
I'd hoped so myself, Mr. Valentine, until yesterday. A man named Kester, one of the big powers in the communist movement in this country, called me.
What did he say?
He wanted to know if Stanley had sent him any messages through me. I said he hadn't. He told me to expect some, and to hold them for him.
So it all boils down to one thing. You feel your husband has gone in with the communists down there, and that if he keeps up, he'll get in trouble.
Yes.
And you want me to make him see the light and come back to the States, is that right?
Yes. I told you I love him. I don't want him to be disgraced. And I don't want him dead.
Well, sometimes people with strong ideas are hard to convert you.
I don't care how you get him to come back. That's up to you. Here's his address on the island. Will you try?
All right, Mrs. Craig. I'll do my best to act like Frank Buck and bring him back alive. So this is Friday's Island, Brooksy.
It's pretty, George. Blue skies and palm trees.
Yeah, and slow-moving natives. Hard to believe any of these people could get excited enough to hatch up a commie plot.
Mrs. Craig didn't say there were natives in the group. They could be foreigners.
Yeah, probably are. Well, let's try and find the hotel and then call on Stanley Craig, huh?
Pardon, mister.
Oh, hello there.
I hear you say you like to go to hotel.
Well, yeah, that's right, if you'll direct us.
Have carriage here. Happy take Mr. and Missy.
Is it far?
Not far, just hot. Better you ride.
Yes, let's, George.
Okay, yeah, sure. Hop in, Brooksy. There you be. They'll send our baggage over later, I suppose, huh?
Oh, yes.
Say, you don't know what hotel, Mr.
It's only one hotel in Fort Hope, mister. It's called the International.
Oh. Surprised they don't call it the International, ain't you?
What you say?
Oh, nothing. Just a little private joke.
Oh, joke. We go.
George, what's the bell for?
People know we come. Make pretty sound.
Oh, yeah. Say, boy.
Name is Leon. Leon Singh, at your service.
Okay, Leon. Say, tell me, is this address far from the hotel? Let's see, here it is. 17 Bank Street.
17 Bank Street?
Yeah, that's right.
Not far. Down by waterfront. You want to go there?
Yeah, but we'll go to the hotel and register first. You want to wait for me?
Oh, yes, I wait, mister. I see you get to Bank Street very safe. Oh! Here, mister, this is house you want, 17.
Yeah, all right. Wasn't very far, was it?
No, not far. I make knock on door.
Oh, look, I don't need all this service. Well, thanks anyway.
You know person who live here, maybe?
No, not yet.
Yes, what?
Oh, hello. I'm looking for Stanley Craig.
Mr. Craig is not in.
Oh, no, that's too bad. I have a message for him.
Well, perhaps I can take it. Step in, Mr. Valentine.
Leon will wait.
Where is the young lady?
Oh, here now, wait a minute. You know who I am?
Certainly I know. You and Miss Brooks arrived on the plane at 2 o'clock and registered at the International.
Yeah. Well, who are you?
Graniff is my name, Nicholas Graniff. Now, about the message for Mr. Craig. Who is it from?
Why, it's from Kester, if that's any of your business.
Oh. Then it is very much my business. Where is it?
Now, look, Buster, I'm delivering the message to Mr. Craig and no one else.
It is important that I have it. If you do not wish to cooperate, perhaps we will have to try other methods.
Oh, I see. What's the idea of the gun?
It is just to convince you.
Uh-huh. Well, it wouldn't do you much good to carry through on that, especially since Miss Brooks knows just where I am and you don't know where the message is.
Nicholas, please say that...
In the future, I would thank you to knock before coming in, Anna.
Who is this, Nicholas? What are you doing with the gun?
This is Mr. Valentine. He's a messenger from our friend Kester in the States.
Oh? What does he say?
Well, the gentleman is reticent about delivering the message, Anna. He insists on seeing Mr. Craig.
Now, look, Buster, fun is fun. You know we're all in this together. I'm just following orders.
Yes, just following orders. Of course, Valentine. You're right. I admire your devotion to orders.
Okay, thanks. This is where Craig lives, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right, I want to see him. Where is he?
Suppose you tell him, Anna.
He is in jail, Mr.
In
Valentine.
jail? But why?
We don't quite know. Some little charge.
But can't the group do something about it?
I believe so, Mr. Valentine. I believe so.
Well, then why don't you get on it? I don't plan to spend much time here. I have other places to go.
We shall start proceedings immediately. Tell me, Mr. Valentine, where would you like to meet Mr. Craig?
I'll stay in my room at the hotel all evening. I suppose you know the number of the room. You know everything else.
Oh, of course. The room is number 38. Come, Anna. We shall visit the police so that Mr. Craig can keep his appointment.
Just a minute. Yeah?
Mr. Valentine?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Stanley Craig.
Oh, well, come in.
Thank you. Mr. Valentine, I understand you have a message for me.
Yeah, that's right.
From Kester?
Well, no. No, I'm afraid that was a little white lie.
Then just why did you want to see me? Mr. Valentine, we don't go in for little white lies.
No, I'm sure of that. I'm afraid the group wouldn't like that.
You are quite right.
My message is from your wife, Mr. Craig.
My wife? She all right?
She's quite all right. She's just afraid that you're not.
Oh, nonsense. You can see that I am.
For the present, yes, I can. But how long can you go on?
What do you mean by that?
Mrs. Craig sent me to bring you home. She thought I might be able to reform you, I guess, but, well, I see it's not easy to take anyone from the group.
No, it isn't.
Now, look, Craig, why do you want to gamble like this? Why don't you come home to your wife, forget the whole thing?
I can't, Valentine. I'm in too deep. I've got to see it through. Tell her that.
Well, I don't know what more I can say.
There are cigarettes in this box?
Yeah, go ahead, help yourself.
Thanks, I will. You have a light?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Thanks. Valentine, I had already guessed your mission. Now listen to me.
I'm listening.
I put a paper under the cigarettes in that box. If anything happens to me, read it. Do what it says.
Wait a minute, I don't get it.
We are very careful in the group, Valentine. We never know who may be listening.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Valentine, I suggest that you stay here in Port Hope for a few days. You may be able to deliver an important message back to the States for me.
Well, okay.
See you later, I hope.
Well, you can't always win, I suppose. Pretty stupid way to earn a trip to the South Pacific.
Good evening, Mr. Valentine.
Oh, Graniff. What were you doing out there on the balcony?
Watching your conference with Mr. Craig.
Then I suppose you heard our conversation.
Though I tried very hard, unfortunately, no. I did hear, however, one important fact.
Such as?
That you did not bring a message from Kester, as you said. Only a message from the man's wife.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was a try, wasn't it?
You have done what you came here to do. There is a plane through for the States tomorrow morning. I expect you to take it.
And if I refuse?
If you refuse, then this.
Oh, now look, Buster, that's the second time you pulled a gun on me today.
You will leave in the morning?
No.
George!
And I'll relieve you of that gun.
Underestimate it yourself. Think it over, Valentine, when you wake now.
Darling, are you... George!
In just a moment, we'll return to tonight's adventure of George Valentine. But first, a question. What happens when you put your foot down? On the accelerator. Do you feel a surge of power? Do you sail forward smoothly and effortlessly? Or has a one-feature gasoline got your car acting old before its time? Remember, the feel behind the wheel depends a lot on what's in the tank. So if habit has you buying a one-feature gas that's robbing you of real driving pleasure, then shift over now to the gasoline with all 8 Chevron Supreme. Any gasoline can be made to stress one feature at the expense of others. Chevron Supreme gasoline gives you not 1, not 2, but all 8 high-performance qualities in correct balance. Full power, quick starting, fast warm-up, anti-knock, vapor lock prevention, area blending, smooth acceleration, and economy mileage are all yours in every gallon of Chevron Supreme. Stop in soon and say, fill her up with Chevron Supreme gasoline at any standard station or independent Chevron gas station where they say and mean we take better care of your car. Now, back to tonight's adventure of George Valentine. You're hired by a woman who believes her husband is in danger because, as an ex-employee of the Justice Department who lost his job because of communist ideas, he has become involved with an organization on a South Pacific island known as the Group. Your man doesn't seem willing to cooperate, and when he's left your hotel room, another character appears to order you off the island and impress his order with a knockout punch. If your name is George Valentine, you come to with a familiar voice in your ear.
George, darling, what happened?
Oh, Brooksy, where did you come from?
Did Craig do this to you, darling? I heard voices.
Oh, no. Craig didn't do it. It was that goon boy.
Will you please make sense, George?
Well, I'm trying to, Angel. I'm trying to. I should have used my right instead of my... Oh, hey, wait a minute.
Will you please lie still, George, if you get up...
A cigarette box.
I'll get you a cigarette.
I don't want a cigarette.
Then what?
Hey, throw the catch on that French door to the balcony, Angel.
Well, all right, but...
Yeah, sure. At least he didn't get this. Pull the drapes, will you, Brooksy?
All right, George.
That's better. Okay, now let's see.
Don't you think that
Hey, wait a
blow on the
minute.
head
Listen to
might
this. If anything should happen to me, please take possession of very important information hidden in my room. The instruction will be sufficient to guide you in its use. Use great caution. Graniff and the others will try to take it from you. I still hope to see you when the job is done, Craig.
Well, what does that mean?
That's what I'm wondering. If it's what I think it is, Mrs. Craig had real reason for worrying about her husband.
I don't think I quite follow you, George.
That's probably because I don't quite follow myself, I guess. But it's just a hunch. Come on, let's get out of here.
Darling, where are we going?
To the airport.
But I haven't packed
Don't
yet.
have to this trip. I just want a little information.
Information about what?
Stanley Craig. I don't know who to trust in this place, but I think we'll take a chance on the boys at the airline.
Oh, hello, mister, Missy.
George, that's the same little man who drove us to the hotel.
Yeah, must be. I can't see him yet, but I couldn't mistake that voice.
What's he doing here this time of night?
Watching us, probably.
You are out late, mister.
Yeah, that's right.
I know. You make arrangement to leave on the plane tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's right, too.
I go with you. Maybe I help.
Oh, I think I can manage all right, Leon. You get in the carriage and stay with him, Brooksy. He can drive us back to the hotel.
Well, all right, darling.
Good. Be right back. Hello there.
What?
Wake up. Come on, will you, old man?
Yeah, sure. What is it?
You the radio operator at this airport?
Radio? Yeah, sure. Radio operator, ticket agent,
All
dispatcher.
right. I want to send a radiogram. I want you to send it for me.
Oh, now, just a minute, Bud. This is an airport. Official business only. Now, look, there's an office in the hotel.
Suppose
if
you don't
want
trust anybody to send a very important message.
Yeah? How important?
Enough to affect the lives of a lot of people.
Oh?
All right, here you are. It's all written out for you. Think you can get it through for me?
Department of Justice, Washington, D.C.
That's right. Will you do it?
Sure.
Good. And when you get an answer back, hang on to it until I come back for it, will you?
Hey, this is dynamite, Mr.
Valentine. You'll find the signature at the bottom. And here's something for your trouble.
Oh, no, sir. I wouldn't take that.
I'll buy yourself a couple of hula skirts to send to your girl. I'll be back in a few hours, and let's hope you've got an answer.
George?
Yeah, Angel.
Hello, mister. You got your tickets?
Yeah, sure, Leon.
Plane be here tomorrow morning. Maybe 9 o'clock.
Yeah, sure. Hey, by the way, seen anything of Mr. Craig tonight?
No, mister. Not since he come to your room in hotel.
Oh, you knew that, huh?
Oh, yes, mister. I drive him there.
Uh-huh. And back?
Oh, no, sir. Mr. Craig, he walk back.
I'll bet. Okay, Leon, drive us back to the hotel and we'll get some rest.
Yes, sir, mister.
Oh, George.
Yeah, Angel?
Getting awfully sleepy around here. Couldn't I go to my room and go to sleep for a while?
Oh, sure, I'm sorry. Just because I have to sit up doesn't mean that we both have to.
Well, why do you have to?
Well, I'm going back down to the airport pretty soon. It's been several hours. The Washington offices would have been open quite a while.
I mean, an answer to your radio?
That's right. Well, you go ahead, and I'll just... Wait a minute. Yeah, who is it?
Jim Riley, Mr. Valentine, in the airport.
Oh, good. Okay, wait a second.
Hi, Mr. Valentine.
Hi.
I thought I'd better bring this to you. Sounded important.
Oh, good. Thanks, Jim.
That's all right. Looks like you really did hit dynamite. Well, gotta get back to the radio room. So long.
Thanks. So long, Jim. Uh-huh.
What is it, George?
Dynamite, Angel, like the man said. Now I'm going to do a little snooping around Stanley Craig's room.
You mean we are?
Oh, everybody wants to get in the act. Okay, Angel, let's go.
George, why do you suppose Stanley Craig isn't here in his room?
Don't know, Angel. Unless he's unable to be. By reason of death.
George, what do you mean?
I mean, this Graniff character must have found out what I found out by radio an hour ago. Craig wasn't a member of the group by choice, Brooksy.
But he was a communist.
Don't believe everything you've told. He was fired from the Justice Department, yes, and for a reason.
Because he was a communist.
No, because they wanted the group to think he was. Now, if they've caught on, it means...
George.
Well, you're enjoying your work, Mr. Valentine.
Graniff, you really get around, don't you?
I make it my business to know what's going on, my friend. Come on in, Anna.
I'm coming here, please.
So, you're a smart young man who thinks he can take matters in his own hands, eh? How wrong you are.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Graniff. I suppose we'd better take your advice instead, huh? That plane out tomorrow morning?
I'm afraid you are wrong about that, Valentine. I do not think you will need to make reservations.
George, what does he mean?
Anna.
Yes, Nicholas.
You are quite adept at using a gun, are you not?
Yes, but why do you ask me to do this?
I am asking you to do nothing, Anna, except to keep a gun on these people. I'm going to the group. We will decide what to do with them and Craig.
Oh, very well, Nicholas. You won't be long?
I will be back in an hour. You will watch them well.
Now, look here, Graniff. We haven't done anything, you know. We don't even know anything. You can't do this.
I can? You will see. There might be an accident, you know. Do as I say, Anna. Watch them carefully. I will be back in an hour.
George, what are they going to do?
Kill us, I guess. Guys like Graniff play for keeps. Is he out of hearing, Anna?
Yes, I'm sure he is.
All right, then, let's have it. Where's Craig?
He's locked in the back room here.
Can you get him out?
Yes.
Where are his papers?
George.
Wait a minute, Brooksy, wait a minute. Where are they, Anna?
Under that corner of the rug under the chair. There's a fairly large envelope.
Yeah, I figured that. Under this chair over here?
Yes.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I've got it.
But, Anna, I don't understand why you...
Let's get Craig and leave here as fast as we can.
Mr. Valentine,
Yeah?
You're doing a very brave thing. You're taking valuable papers. We're releasing Mr. Craig.
Doesn't have to be so brave if we work fast.
You'll never get away with it. You forget we are on an island. There's no way to escape.
I took care of that. There are a couple of planes for charter out at the airport, you know.
George, when did you do that?
When I was down there earlier. Just thought it was a chance worth taking. You think Graniff will be away for an hour?
Almost.
All right, which way to Craig?
This way. Come with me. Here. This is...
Well, Anna and Mr. Valentine.
Leon, what are you doing here?
Graniff told me to stay here. He did not trust anyone. Even you, Anna.
Get away from that door, Buster.
Oh, no, mister. I stand guard at this door. And you will see I have a gun.
Yeah, you're right. Look, Leon, would this much money mean anything to you?
No amount of money would make me betray the group, Mr. Valentine.
Then maybe this would. All right, Anna, get his gun. He'll be sleeping for a while.
Yes, I get it.
Craig, you in there?
Yes, Valentine.
That's right. Come on. We've all got reservations on a plane for Tahiti.
But, George, how did you know that Anna
A lot
was
of time to talk in a plane, Angel. Let's go.
Here's the easiest way I know to keep your tires safe. Let the car savers at independent Chevron gas stations and standard stations keep your tires properly inflated. Switch them around every 3,000 to 5,000 miles for longer tire life. Inspect for nails and glass that might cause blowouts. Tire inspections are free, and tire switching is a car saver service you can purchase with your Chevron National Credit Card. Keep your tires safe. Stop in soon for a complete car saver tire checkup at any independent Chevron gas station or standard station where they say and mean we take better care of your car.
Now, if you two will excuse us for a moment, I'd like to check over these papers.
Yeah, sure, Craig. Go ahead.
Come on, Anna.
Yes, Mr. Clegg.
We ought to be in Tahiti in about an hour.
George,
Oh, George.
how did you have the idea that Anna would be with us?
Oh, very simple, very simple. She winked at me.
She did.
Mm-hmm. The first time I saw her. I guess she knew I was a phony all along.
Oh, well. I don't think you're a phony, darling.
You don't? Thanks, Angel.
You could wink at me, couldn't you?
Hmm? Oh, sure. How's this?
I like it.
Okay, I'll do it again tomorrow. Now just sit back and relax. We've had a very busy day.
Oh, George!
Tonight's transcribed adventure of George Valentine has been brought to you by Standard Oil Company of California on behalf of independent Chevron gas stations and Standard stations throughout the West. Robert Bailey is starred as George with Virginia Gregg as Brooksy. Let George Do It was written by Lloyd London and directed by Kenneth Webb. Ted DeCorsia was heard as Graniff, Byron Kane as Leon Singh, Tom McKee as Stan, and Gene Bates as Anna. The music was composed and presented by Eddie Dunstetter. Your announcer, John Heaston. Listen again next week, same time, same station, to Let George Do It. Let George Do It is heard overseas through the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service.
This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Well, I love the Jimmy Durante reference. Of course, everybody wants to get into the act was one of Durante's signature lines. And thus we conclude another episode of Let George Do It, featuring George Valentine, freelance secret agent. This is somewhat unique, and when you think about Let George Do It, it's probably one of the very interesting things about the series, as well as one of the things that can make it harder for people to grasp the show, because it's had the same, it had the same star right from the start. But throughout the series, we've seen it take on a number of formats. We had a sitcom kind of beginning, and detective comedy type stories, complete with a laugh track in the first few episodes of the series. Then we have just a lot of episodes that are kind of almost Holmes-like stories of deduction and problem solving. And then we have some that are somewhat violent episodes, like the Pinkhurst, very similar to kind of hard-boiled detective shows. And now we have Let George Do It, kind of semi-regularly getting into espionage and counter-espionage and cloak and dagger. That means the series offers a wide variety of programs. You never quite know what you're going to get with just any given episode of Let George Do It. But that also makes a challenge. I think that there's a lot of people who like some dependability. You turn on an episode of, say, Philip Marlowe or The Thin Man, you kind of know what to expect. Let George Do It, you don't. And that, I think, is both the charm of the series for many people, as well as its downfall for others. All right, well, that'll actually do it for today. Join us back here tomorrow for Sherlock Holmes. We'll be wrapping up the Elusive Agent storyline. And then join us back here on next Wednesday for Let George Do It. Well, today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support, and I especially want to thank Annette, who sent along a contribution. Thanks so much. Well, it's time for today's episode. We're going to get into it quickly as we wrap up The Elusive Agent. It's time for The Elusive Agent Part 3.
From New York City, the makers of Clipper Craft Clothes for Men And more than 1,200 leading retail stores from coast to coast present that immortal character created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the world's most famous detective, Sherlock Holmes, starring John Stanley. This week's story, The Adventure of the Elusive Agent, Part 3, the concluding episode.
Well, Mr. Holmes, before long, Gustav will kill Dr. Watson if you do not talk.
Peter, I warn you if anything happens to Watson.
Ah, but it will. You do not know, Gustav, a man with the smoothness of silk, but hard as stone beneath. You only can save Dr. Watson.
I am quite aware of my dilemma. But what you and Gustav have failed to observe is that...
Get back, you British swine! I'll kill you here and now.
Now, I'd like my listeners to see if they can make a correct deduction like Sherlock Holmes. I'll set the scene for you. An alert, well-dressed young man is counting out some money. He says 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. That's right, 45. Now, what is this young man doing? Well, I'll tell you, because you'd hardly believe the evidence of your own eyes. He was paying only $45 for that excellent new Clippercraft suit. That's right, only $45 for a nationally famous Clippercraft suit of carefully selected, tested worsted, of exceptionally fine tailoring, with the distinctive styling that sets Clippercraft suits apart from any suits ordinarily sold at anywhere near this price. How can they do it? And I'll tell you that. More than 1,200 independent merchants have pooled their tremendous buying power to make those low prices possible for Clippercraft. So compare Clippercraft clothes with clothes costing many dollars more, and you'll agree that never before has there been such value in fabrics, such value in styling, such value in workmanship. In short, you get America's greatest clothing value when you buy Clippercraft clothes. Dr. Watson, last week, in relating the adventure of the elusive agent, you arrived in Berlin and finally reached the house of Emil Marco, the phantom German secret agent you'd been pursuing over half a continent.
Yes, Mr. Harris, but unfortunately we found ourselves in enemy hands. Shall I recall the circumstances for our audience?
By all means, Dr. Watson.
As you know, it was the year 1913, a year when Germany and Britain were striving for mastery, a year when ominous war clouds were already gathering. Holmes's brother, Sir Mycroft, who was head of British intelligence, had called us in to recover some plans for the new and top-secret British tech, which German intelligence had stolen. Well, after a series of desperate circumstances, Holmes and I managed to obtain half of the plans, of which only one copy existed. Without the other half, the entire set was useless. You may recall, Mr. Harris, we pursued Marco to Paris, and there we almost lost our lives in a bomb explosion. Our luggage was rifled, and German agents managed to steal the half of the plans that we carried. But they were only clever imitations. Then we picked up Emil Marco's trail to Berlin.
And what finally happened in Berlin, Dr. Watson?
Well, a British secret agent, posing as a news vendor, a man named Collins, directed us to Marco's home. There, we were trapped by Marco's henchman Gustav and a brute of a man named Peter. Peter had seized Holmes, as Gustav said.
Mr. Holmes, I once said we never kill our opponents in an ordinary manner. We torture them to death. I want to know the truth about the papers, Holmes. But perhaps it will require a bit of persuasion. Go on, Peter.
Yeah, Gustav, I will make Holmes answer.
That's it, Peter. Go on, persuade him.
Surely, Gustav, you must know I wouldn't be carrying our half of the genuine plans. They are, of course, somewhere in England, safely in the custody of the Admiralty, where you will never lay hands on them.
We thought of that, Holmes. It is possible you're telling the truth. But there is another possibility, too. Are you as patriotic as you seem, Mr. Holmes? You are not an official employee of the British government. I believe you may not be cooperating with England either, but playing this game alone, trying to collect both halves of the real plan yourself.
Fantastic nonsense.
It would be so profitable for you to have both halves and sell them to the highest bidder. Isn't that what you're attempting, Holmes?
I repeat, the idea is absurd.
Answer me. Help him to answer me, Peter.
Yeah.
If you have deceived the British, I will be glad to work with you, Holmes. But you must tell me the truth. Tell me exactly what you're doing.
I must say the weather here in Berlin's rather chilly for this time of year.
You won't keep this up for long, Holmes. Again, Peter.
Holmes, good Lord,
Come, Watson, don't look so agitated. I have no doubt I shall survive the efforts of this butcher. One has only to make the brain the master of the body, to concentrate, to divorce it from its physical functions. A trick I learned in the East, Watson.
Speak, you swine, speak! Donnerwetter, Gustav. This man Holmes is iron. He will not speak.
All right. Release him, Peter. So, you still won't disclose the truth, Holmes?
I was remarking to Watson here that your climate in Berlin is usually much warmer at this time.
I've had enough of your stupid English humor, Mr. Holmes. I have a better idea.
Really?
Dr. Watson and I are going on a little trip together to my private retreat. You, Peter, will stay here and guard Mr. Holmes.
Oh, sounds like some new deviltry, Holmes?
Just what is this proposition, Gustav?
Very simple indeed. I shall be in touch with Peter here by telephone. If, Mr. Holmes, you do not disclose the truth about the plans in 24 hours, my hostage and your friend, Dr. Watson, will die.
Newspaper, Fräulein? Afternoon newspaper?
No, go away. I do not want any newspaper.
But you will find it interesting to read for your lunch hour. The Kaiser has told the British...
Go away. Stop following me. And if you persist, I shall call the police.
Step into this alley here, quick.
What do you want from...
Collins, R52 British Intelligence. The fleet rides high at Scapa Flow. Quick, identify and give me the counterpass.
Greta Brunner, telephone employee, Berlin Central Exchange G19. Counterpass, the Dahlias, Grow High in Devonshire.
Good. Move back further into the alley.
Yes.
Here, where you can't be seen.
Yes.
Now listen. A friend of ours has been spirited from a house at 27 Ludwigstrasse. Another friend is being held there, also under custody. Telephone has been installed at the house.
Yes, go on.
It's possible that a call will come to the house from the German agent who has left it. Can you tap that call and find out where it came from?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Another girl works the switchboard on that line,
See
but
that she becomes ill and has to go home. You know how?
Yes.
If a call comes through, get in touch with me at once. I'll be waiting at this number.
Your number, please.
Lützow 8834.
Lützow 8834. Danke sehr.
Yeah, who is this?
Peter, this is Gustav. Has Holmes weakened yet?
No, the swine will not talk.
I see. Tell him that I am cutting the time to 12 hours. I will continue to hold his friend here at the Schloss until then. After that, it will be all over.
Well, Mr. Holmes, before long, Gustav will kill Dr. Watson if you do not talk.
I'm quite aware of my dilemma. I'm also aware that if I gave your superior the information which I...
Open up! Open the door!
Who is that?
Who do you think, you fool? I couldn't wait. I've done away with Watson. Now we'll give the same treatment to Holmes. Open the door.
Yeah, Gustav. One moment. I was just trying again to get Holmes to talk and...
Thank you, Collins. I must compliment you on your faculty for appearing in the right place at the right moment.
Thank you, sir. I think I've located Dr. Watson with the cooperation of one of our agents at the Berlin Telephone Exchange.
Capital, man, capital. Where is he?
He's being held in a deserted castle at Spandau, sir. It belongs to the man Gustav's ancestral family.
Excellent. Collins.
Yes, sir?
You're not above taking a dangerous risk?
Danger is my vocation, sir.
Good fellow. First, you'll dress in dead Peter's clothes here, his cap, overcoat, everything. They'll fit you a trifle loosely, perhaps, but well enough. In short, you will impersonate Gustav's dead henchman. Understand, Collins?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Then I take it we're going to Spandau?
With all possible haste. Time is already running short, and the life of my good friend, Dr. Watson, hangs in the balance.
Before you buy that new spring suit, just remember this. When you get a new spring Clippercraft worsted suit for only $45, an all-wool covert cloth topcoat for $40, or an all-wool Clippercraft gabardine topcoat for $42.50, you're getting the most for your money. Clippercraft clothes take their name from the famous Clipper ships that established honest New England quality everywhere in the world. Yet they're as modern as the Clipper planes that fly around the world today. Yes, you can trust Clippercraft clothes and the men who sell them. That's why men who know insist on Clippercraft clothes bearing the Clippercraft label. So be sure to visit the Clippercraft store in your city.
These leading stores in the metropolitan area are proud to add their names to Clippercraft in your suits and topcoats. In Manhattan, John Wanamaker's Men's Stores, Broadway at 8th and 67 Liberty Street. Saks 34th, Broadway at 34th. In Brooklyn, Abram and Strauss. In Newark, New Jersey, Boulevard Men's Shops, Kresge, Newark. And in Jamaica, the B&B Clothes Shop, 16408 Jamaica Avenue.
Well, Dr. Watson, Mr. Holmes and Collins, the British agent, were off to rescue you at the castle in Spandau, where Gustav held you as his prisoner.
Yes, Mr. Harris, the castle in Spandau was a huge deserted spot. In the dead of night, Holmes stood with Collins before the entrance.
Look, Mr. Holmes. Vultures flying over the castle. Instinct, Collins. They expect a human death. Could Gustav have killed Watson? Are we too late? Perhaps. Now, you will walk to the main gate. Yes. In your disguise as Peter, you'll ring. You'll keep Gustav occupied at the front door. I understand. If Gustav becomes at all suspicious, shoot to kill. I shall. I will dash to the rear of the castle. I'll prowl about till I find the room where Watson's being held captive and free him. Then we shall attack Gustav while he's talking to you. Excellent. Good luck.
Who's there? Will you come back, Gustav? Answer me.
Watson. It's Holmes.
Holmes, by Jove. How did you get in here?
There'll be time later to explain. Come along. Collins of Intelligence is downstairs in this castle chatting with Gustav.
Yes, I see.
All right, I'll take this revolver. We shall steal downstairs. Surprise Gustav. This way. At the stairs. As cautiously as you can. Right.
What on earth has happened?
Something's gone wrong with Collins. Terribly wrong. Hurry, Watson. Run down these stairs.
Wait, look. Staggering up these stairs toward us. It's Gustav. His face is covered with blood.
Yes, he discovered Collins was disguised. They exchanged shots.
Well, Gustav's been hit 2 or 3 times. You see? He's holding his side there. Blood from his chest, too. He's grasped the railing.
Holmes! Dr. Watson, where one German falls, many more will rise. We will yet have the plans. You seem successful now, but any victory over us is an illusion.
Well, he's falling down the stairs.
Yes, let him fall to the death he so eminently deserves, Watson. But where is our own agent? Where's Collins? This way, toward the front of the building, where he and Gustav shut it out.
There he is, lying on the floor there. Is he dead?
Yes, Watson.
Poor devil.
Shot through the head. Thank heaven the first bullet from Gustav's revolver ended it for him. He didn't suffer. I shall inform my brother Mycroft at Whitehall that Agent Collins died valiantly in the performance of his assigned duty.
Where to now, Holmes? We've still not found Germany's half of the plans for the new tank. We've still not found the master spy, Emil Marker.
The answer to those crucial questions, Watson, lies in London.
Yes, but we left London days and days ago. We fought our way here to Berlin to find Marker and retrieve the papers.
Nevertheless, the answer is in London. We must get out of Germany.
How? We're surrounded.
We shall board the very next train from Berlin to the French border and meet whatever awaits us.
Well, so far we're doing well, Holmes. We've caught the train. We're on our way to the French border.
If we can remain alive to reach it, Watson.
Dashed, why are we returning to London, Holmes? The conductor.
Tickets, please.
Oh, here you are, sir.
Thank you, Mynheer.
I presume they're Then order?
So they are, Mynheer. Just one more item have I to tend to, and...
I don't think you will, sir. Use the button on the revolver, Watson. Strike him down.
Yes.
Oh. Good work.
Why did you seize him, Holmes? He's hardly reached for his ticket punch when you pounced upon him.
The bulge in his coat pocket, I realized it might be a revolver, as indeed it is. No, he's another of Marco's endless supply of killers. He was assigned to murder us here.
Well, we can't leave him here. There'll be an inquiry.
Oh, yes, we can leave him. You see, we are leaving this train.
At the first stop?
No, immediately. There may be other German agents aboard, but there are just 2 of us. We can't take the risk. My intention, you see, Watson, was to do just this even before the conductor arrived. We boarded the train ostentatiously, so they'd make plans for us all along the route. Now, we shall spring the trap. Come, to the corridor. Open that door, Watson.
Holmes, we can't leave off the train at this speed.
It's our only chance. We shall wait for a run of what is apparently soft earth. Now relax as you go, Watson. Arms and legs loose. So try to roll over easily as you strike the earth. You ready?
Yes, ready.
After me, Watson. Jump!
It's wonderful to be back on the streets of London, eh, Holmes?
Yes, quite.
But why have we run here to Soho? We haven't even reported to Whitehall.
Because, Watson, we must visit the shop where this gigantic and gruesome trip began. The shop of Grimsby, the tobacconist.
Grimsby shop? But why?
Because we've journeyed to foreign cities, eluded death, and fought the greatest spiring of our day, all because of a few sentences spoken by the shy, friendly tobacconist here in this shop. Shall we speak to him just once more?
Back in London, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson?
Yes, Grimsby.
Wasn't Mr. Emil Marco at his hotel here in London? I described him to you. Tall, thin, and a nervous habit of twitching his mouth.
Yes, you did describe him, Grimsby. But he was not at the hotel in London, nor was he in Paris, nor was he in any of the dark and bloody corners of the continent where we sought him. You know why, sir?
I can't imagine.
Because there isn't an Emil Marco. There never was an Emil Marco. This master of the German spy net that Watson and I and all of British intelligence have been pursuing is an illusion. Created by you, Grimsby.
Holmes, I can't believe it.
When Watson and I first visited your shop, Grimsby, I asked about your client, because I detected the odor of a rare tobacco in the room where we found a dead agent. I wanted the man who smoked that tobacco. He was the chief. He had the missing half of Britain's plans. You are that man, Grimsby. You didn't expect us, did you? You're smoking that brand of tobacco at this very moment.
So I am. Yes, I'd hoped in creating Marco to attract you to Germany. I could learn the truth from you there. Then I could dispense with you.
Very advisable. You could operate with ease in Germany rather than here in Britain.
I simply informed my associate to pass the lie along, drawing you to Berlin with the phantom Marco as a magnet. I cannot wait to bargain with you for your half of the plan. I shall just destroy my half, reducing both my opponents to an equal status again, your half being worthless without mine. I shall burn my half. It's here in my pocket. Britain will never have the weapon it seeks. Here, set a match to these papers I hold in my hand. Go on, Dr. Watson, or I shall blow your head off with this revolver.
I can't do it, Holmes.
Do as he says, Watson. He'll kill you.
Very well.
Thank you. Now I must leave. Lock this door from the outside. Do not attempt to shout or leave until I've disappeared down the street, or I will shoot. Auf Wiedersehen, gentlemen.
He's gone, Holmes. Vanished into the crowd. The plans, they're burned to a crisp.
Quickly, Watson, pick up that chair. Don't lose time trying to force the lock on that door. Smash the glass with that chair.
Right you are.
Now, a cab, Watson. Grimsby will try to leave London instantly. A cab to Waterloo Station.
Why should Grimsby be here at Waterloo Station, Holmes?
Because he realizes Whitehall would turn London topsy-turvy to find him. He must return to Germany. All aeroplanes in this area are in British hands. He must travel by boat train to the Channel, and this is where he'd board the next train. The revolver handy?
Yes.
There he is, by that gate.
All right, I'll stop him. Stand where you are, Grimsby.
Holmes. Dr. Watson. I'm afraid we have the upper hand now, sir. Now, before we turn you over to the authorities, where are your half of the plans?
You saw me destroy them. I burnt them before your own eyes at the shop.
Oh, no, Grimsby. You've played card after card by which we have been deluded. But I say you still have the missing half of the plans for Britain's new weapon on your person. This last ruse of yours is quite transparent. And you burnt an ordinary piece of paper.
Did I?
I'll search him, Holmes. All right, put up your hands, Grimsby.
Oh, he wouldn't carry the papers openly in his pockets, Watson, nor in his wallet. He would conceal them in a spot where no one might think to look. Except, of course, your humble servant.
I'll find them.
The search isn't necessary, Watson. One must always analyze a personality in its own milieu. Within itself, it contains the answer to its mysteries. Now, where would a tobacconist be likely to conceal a few small papers? Why, beneath the tobacco in his tin.
Let's have a look at that tin. Yeah, I'll open it. Look, it's filled with tobacco.
And beneath the very same rare tobacco which first launched us on this great adventure, Watson?
The plans, Holmes. The plans!
Well, Dr. Watson, the adventure of the elusive agent was really one of the most exciting adventures you and Mr. Holmes have ever had, and a crucial point in the history of World War I, may I add.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Harris. As you know, the British did succeed in keeping their plans for the tank a secret. It proved to be a very decisive weapon.
Well, where was Mr. Holmes' half of the plans, Doctor?
In a vault at Whitehall, Mr. Harris, under special guard of the Royal Navy.
Well, Dr. Watson, these past 3 weeks have been very exciting and memorable ones.
Yes, but do you think, Mr. Harris, our audience is in favor of these longer stories? You see, some of our more colorful stories are too long to compress into one short program.
Well, then, Dr. Watson, a letter or a postcard from our listeners will give us the answer. Just address Clippercraft in care of the station to which they are listening and tell us what they think. I presume, Dr. Watson, that your next memoir is just as gripping as this one.
Well, next week, Mr. Harris, I shall relate a story about Holmes and myself that I've called The Mad Miners of Cardiff. It occurred in Wales at an abandoned coal mine. It concerned a miner's jacket, a murder committed in the darkest depths of the earth, and a spectacle so awful it drove human beings out of their minds.
The makers of Clippercraft clothes and more than 1,200 stores from coast to coast have brought you another in the new series of broadcasts featuring the world's most famous detective, Sherlock Holmes. Our stories are based upon the character Sherlock Holmes, created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and the program is produced and directed by Basil Loughrane. Sherlock Holmes is played by John Stanley, Dr. Watson by George Spelvin. This week's story was written by Max Ehrlich and Howard Merrill, with special music by Albert Berman. If you don't know your Clippercraft dealer, write Clippercraft, 200 Fifth Avenue, New York City. Be a friendly neighbor and buy your Easter seals to provide proper medical care, healthful recreation, and special vocational training for crippled children. Every Easter seal you buy helps a crippled child to meet the challenge of a handicap. Be sure to listen next week to Sherlock Holmes in The Mad Miners of Cardiff. This is Cy Harris speaking for Clippercraft Clothes. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Well, for my part, I truly enjoyed this series. I enjoyed it the first time I listened to it, back when I read some remarks about the John Stanley run of Sherlock Holmes episodes, many of them which I think had legitimate points. But I listened to that and I thought, this is definitely something people should be able to enjoy. So I hope that whatever this, whatever difficulties and issues we've had, that this whole series is made up for it. Just, I think, a wonderful story. Not necessarily in the Sherlock Holmes, traditional Sherlock Holmes vein, but a really action-packed thriller here. Spy story with a great twist. I love the tobacconist actually being the villain here. Of course, this was actually the only serial of this sort with these multiple part episodes. Earlier in the run, back in the 1930s and 40s, some of the novels were serialized in multiple part stories. But all of the original Sherlock Holmes, new Sherlock Holmes stories, were kept strictly to one episode. And really, at this point, this episode was the 30th of the season. So, and they would only have 39 weeks in the season. So any feedback that Clipper Craft received would be something they would take into consideration for next season. But next season, Sherlock Holmes would be on another network with another sponsor. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the Elusive Agent story. Join us back here tomorrow for yours truly, Johnny Dollar. And next Thursday, we will get back into our regular order. We have 7 episodes of Sherlock Holmes that star John Stanley left. So I hope you will be listening next week. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. Here's today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This one's called The Dan Frank Matter.
As Johnny Dollar.
Jim Bates, Johnny.
Oh, hiya, Jim.
Johnny, when a chief of police gets shot and killed, what would you say is the most likely reason for it?
Well, most likely because he's the chief of police.
Right. Only I've got a hunch on this one.
Like what, Jim?
He ensured the chief was middle-aged, shot to death with his own gun in his own house. The beneficiary, his wife, is 27. They'd been married 8 months. The policy's been in force 7 months. The face value is $50,000. And the wife filed a claim on it only 24 hours after he was killed.
Well, fast girl. She didn't waste any time.
What do you think, Johnny?
Same thing you do. Maybe I'd better look into it.
How about taking a minute or so to talk about seals and fish that have some connection with the government of the United States? Now, that isn't as strange as it sounds. You take the matter of seals, for example. There are 2 types of seals that are the responsibility of the Secretary of State. First, there's the Great Seal of the United States, which is stamped on all official documents. The Secretary of State makes sure it's always on hand when it's needed. The other kind of seals he takes care of are the ones that swim in the ocean, since it's up to the Secretary to work out agreements with representatives of other countries and let them know how many seals can be caught in what is called international waters and when. The Secretary of State works out similar deals for the catching of fish and lobsters because these agreements are actually treaties. Before they can be put into effect, they have to be approved by 2/3 of the Senate. As a matter of fact, any time our government wants to work out a deal with a foreign country on trade, mutual assistance, fish, seals, or lobsters, it's done by treaty. And all treaties are signed by the President, though some of them aren't drawn up until after the Secretary of State has worked over the rough spots in order to pave the way for prompt ratification. So, just remember, the Secretary of State is a mighty important wheel in the machinery of your United States government.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Commonwealth Mutual Assurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Dan Frank matter. Expense account item 1, $76.40. Transportation to the Great Lakes town of Middleborough and taxi to the home of Dan Frank, former chief of police, now deceased. It was a rambling two-story house, well-trimmed hedges, smooth lawn, quiet neighborhood, good place to live. And the last place you'd think of as a setting for murder. I was halfway up the walk when a man came out the front door, down the steps, and then stopped and waited for me, rocking on his heels.
Copper. I can tell him a block away. You're a copper, right?
Wrong.
Private eye, maybe?
Oh, you're getting warmer. Insurance investigator.
Insurance. That's what I just asked her about, and she threw me out. Said I was drunk. She was right. I am. Usually am. A little bit. Pete Parker, Daily Herald.
Johnny Dollar. Glad to know you.
Insurance. He had some or you wouldn't be here. And who gets it? Laura, of course, his ever-loving little wife. Only question left, how much?
No comment.
I like you, Johnny. You don't talk too much. I do. Let me give you a little advice. Watch yourself.
Meaning what?
This town, it looks sleepy, dead. Don't let it fool you. It's wide open. Rackets, everything. A guy could get hurt.
What about Dan Frank? Was he in on these rackets?
Johnny, the police chief here gets $6,000 a year. Take a look at that house. Go in and take a look at Laura. Even more expensive. Dan was in.
He's out now, though. Be seeing you, Pete.
Right, do that. I'm always around. Pete Parker, that drunk that works for the Herald. Ask anybody.
Well? Mrs. Franks?
Yes?
Johnny Dollar is my name. I'm representing the insurance company.
Oh, come in, Mr. Dollar. I hardly expected them to pay so promptly.
I'm not here to pay you, Mrs. Frank. I'm an investigator. The company wants a little more information about your husband's death.
Why? I told them everything in the claim I sent.
I know, but there are always a few
They're
details.
trying to get out of it. I know how those companies operate.
Oh, you've had experience with them before?
No, of course I haven't, but... What information? What is it you want to know, Mr. Dollar?
Well, how it happened, for one thing.
Right here. This is where he fell. His gun was laying beside him. Someone had taken it from the table there by the door and waited for him to come down the stairs.
Middle of the night, wasn't it? Why did he come downstairs?
I'd heard a noise. I woke him up and he came down to see about it.
Mm-hmm. Were the lights on?
Not down here. I turned on the hall light upstairs and done the shots. 4 or 5 of them. Someone ran out the front door.
And got away without being seen?
Yes.
Who do you think that someone was, Mrs. Frank?
I don't know. Dan had a lot of enemies, of course, because of his job, but I don't...
What about his friends? You suppose they could have done it?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, who were his friends? Who heads up the rackets here in Middleborough?
What racket?
Okay. Without your cooperation, though, it's going to take a lot longer to get this settled.
Tell me something. Does the insurance company think I'm the one who killed him?
Well, I think 24 hours is pretty fast for a grief-stricken widow to shoot a claim into the office.
I'm not grief-stricken, Mr. Dollar.
So I've noticed.
You go see Max Bealey. Talk to him.
Max Bealey?
The city attorney. Get his story before you jump to conclusions. See if he thinks I'm guilty.
All right, I will.
Then we'll talk. Afterward. Maybe I'll even cooperate. Maybe you will be a little nicer to me.
Sure, I'll tell you why she sent you to me. So I could tell you she didn't kill him. That she couldn't possibly have killed him.
Why not, Mr. Bealey? Late at night, the two of them alone in the house. The chief shot with his own gun. That mysterious prowler story has been used before.
Yeah, I know. But you're wrong about one thing. They weren't alone in the house. I was there.
Oh?
You see, Dan and I were leaving early in the morning on a fishing trip, so I was staying all night. I woke up and heard somebody in the hall outside my room. About the time I opened the door, Laura snapped on the hall lights. Just then, the shots blasted downstairs. She was standing in the door of her room, not 10 feet away. She couldn't have done it.
No, apparently not. She sure couldn't have had a better alibi. The city attorney himself. Were you and Dan Frank good friends, Mr. Beatty?
No, we didn't have much use for each other.
Well, then why were you...
I know. I was spending the night in his house, and we were going fishing together. You're thinking maybe I needed that alibi as much as Laura does.
Well, it does work both ways, Mr. Beatty.
No motive.
Laura could be a motive. She's a beautiful girl. A lot younger than her husband, I understand. About your age, in fact.
Again. I know it too well. Sure, she's a knockout, wild honeysuckle and a handful of stars, but inside there's a little cash register bell, and when you put money in, it rings real pretty. When you don't, nothing. Dan found out.
Is that why he got mixed up with the rackets here?
Sure, he needed dough. You do get around, don't you? Who told you there were any rackets here?
Max, I wonder if you'd go over that... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you...
Oh, come on in, Commissioner. This is Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator. He's checking into Dan's killing.
A terrible loss.
Commissioner Corbett, Mr. Dollar.
How do you do?
How are you?
If there's any way at all we can help, Mr. Dollar, just speak out. The entire facilities of City Hall are completely at your disposal, sir.
Well, thanks, Commissioner. Just what is the theory on the shooting?
Find Eddie Sales and you've got the killer.
Eddie Sales?
And Chief Frank sent him up a couple of years ago. Eddie swore he'd get him if it was the last thing he did. Eddie was paroled last week. Seen here in town the morning before the killing. Hasn't been seen since. We've combed the town for a week. No luck.
Well, it seems to add up. Would Mrs. Frank know anything about the rackets her husband was tied up with?
Rackets? Why, that's...
No, Commissioner. He's been talking to people. Found out our fair city's not as lily white as it looks.
Oh. Well, then there's no point in trying to cover it up. It's true, Mr. Dollar. Unpleasant as it is to admit it.
Any idea who's back of him?
Not enough to talk about. If I did, I'd be talking about it in court.
Find Eddie Sales, Mr. Dollar. That's the key to both the killing and the rackets. Find Eddie, and you can wind this up in 10 minutes.
Expense account item 2, $1.50. Taxi from City Hall back to my hotel. I kept trying to make sense out of what I'd learned, but got nowhere. Everybody blamed Eddie Sales, the ex-con with a grudge. Only Eddie wasn't around. Thanks. Well, I still wasn't any closer to an answer when I got out at the hotel. I watched the taxi pull away and then started across the walk toward the entrance. It was Laura Frank, parked at the curb a few yards away.
I've been waiting for you, Johnny.
Oh, have you?
I wanted to talk to you. Why don't you get in?
Okay.
Did you talk to Max?
Yeah. He gives you a pretty strong alibi.
I could have told you myself, but should have checked with him anyway.
Yeah, I imagine I would have.
You're not being any nicer, Johnny.
Is that what you wanted to talk about?
Maybe. I'm ready to be nicer.
Oh? And how about cooperative?
That too, Johnny.
And tell me why you didn't mention Eddie Sales when I talked to you earlier.
Why should I? I don't know that it was Eddie. I suppose it was. Everybody's sure of it. But I don't know it was him.
I see.
Forget him, Johnny. If the police can't find him when they know the town inside out, it's a sin shooting.
Get down, quick. Are you all right?
Yes, I guess I am. Why, Johnny? Why would they want to kill you?
How do you know it was me they were shooting at?
No. No.
Something to think about, isn't it? Do you feel any more cooperative?
I've got to get out of here, Johnny. I'll talk to you later. I've got to get out of here.
Waiter? Yes, sir? Another scotch and soda. How about you, Johnny?
Well, thanks, Pete. Not right now.
Oh, I forgot to ask. How did you find me?
Called the paper. They gave me the names of 3 bars. I was lucky on the first try.
A reputation is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Well, Johnny, what else you want to know?
More about Laura Frank?
Why? She's got an alibi.
I know.
And somebody tried to knock her off a couple of hours ago.
Not necessarily. She could have been setting me up for that one.
Possible.
Huh?
Hey, Arson.
Oh, thanks. Laura Frank hates champagne, but always orders it. It costs more. A pink and gold doll and spangled tights. A 4-star tramp. Ex-dancer at the Cosmo Club. Ex-girlfriend of Eddie Sales until Dan...
Girlfriend of Eddie Sales?
Oh, sure. Sure, hadn't you heard about it? That's why Eddie swore he'd get Dan. Claimed he was being framed. Maybe he was. Maybe Laura suggested it to Dan. Eddie had done all he could for her by then.
Why do you hate her, Pete?
It's quite the contrary, Johnny. I'm in love with her. Always will be. She was my girl before she met Eddie Sales. Oh, waiter. It's a screwy case any way you look at it, Johnny. That gun, for instance. I guess you heard?
No. What about it?
Well, they found it lying beside Dan's body. His own gun. So, of course, they assumed he shot it out with the killer. It was 2 days before the lab woke up and realized he'd been shot with his own gun. Hadn't used it at all.
Excuse me, Mr. Parker. There's a call for you. I'll plug the phone in here.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Arson.
Pete Parker. What? Oh, yeah, sure, I'll cover it. Oh, yeah, right away. It's a 3-alarm fire, Johnny. Laura Frank's place. Flames 50 feet high. They can't get inside.
You know, many great men have attained the highest office in our land, the presidency of the United States. Can you guess the name of this man? The son of a president, he served his country as diplomat, lawmaker, and Secretary of State before becoming president himself. His excellence as a speaker won for him the nicknames of Old Man Eloquent and the Walking Vocabulary. In his first message to Congress as president in 1824, he recommended a program of national improvement, including the building of highways, canals, a national university, and federal weather observatory. He was also responsible for the Smithsonian Institute. If you don't have his name by now, here are 2 more clues. During his presidency, the Erie Canal was completed, and the first passenger railroad was built. Who was he? John Quincy Adams, 6th President of the United States. His life is part of your American heritage.
And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account item 3, $6.20. Refreshments for Pete Parker of the Daily Herald. And taxi to Laura Frank's house in the suburbs. Marked now by a pillar of flames visible for blocks. The whole outside shell of the house was blazing, and the firemen couldn't do much of anything but try to keep it from spreading and hold back the crowd that had collected on the street and lawn.
It's terrible, Mr. Dollar. Simply terrible. A total loss.
Yeah, it looks that way.
So what about Laura, Commissioner? Where's Laura Frank? Oh, she's all right, Pete. Got out before it really caught. She's over there in the car with Max Bealey.
Where? Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see you later, Commissioner. You coming, Pete?
Yeah, right with you. A terrible thing. Just terrible.
Pardon me, please. Come on, let us through, please. Pardon us, please. Come on.
Johnny, you were right. It was me they were after, and now they've tried again.
Yeah, could be. Oh, hiya, Mr. Bealey.
Well, another one for you, Mr. Dollar. The house is insured, too.
Oh, it was awful. I came home and lay down on the sofa, and I guess I dropped off to sleep. I woke up with flames all around me. I was just lucky to get out.
You've always been lucky, Laura.
See, I can get along without any remarks from you.
Sure you can, baby. You're getting along real fine. Too bad the car wasn't in the garage. Then all your assets will be converted to cash. Nice, green, bloody cash.
Shut up, you drunken fool. Go away from here and leave me alone.
Why? You can afford me now.
Get out! Get out of here before I do
Take it easy, both of you.
Sorry. Lost my head.
How do you figure, Mr. Dollar? I mean the fire. Eddie Sales?
Well, it kind of looks that way. He got Dan Frank a week ago and came back and tried for Laura tonight.
Where the devil's he been hiding out, though? I've gone over this town foot by foot.
Hard to tell. That came from the house. Ammunition, maybe. The chief probably has some...
There's somebody coming out by the cellar door.
He's carrying a gun.
Look, he's fallen on the ground. Come on.
How can anybody come out of that alive? Let's get him turned over. Come on. Easy now.
Good Lord.
You know him?
It's the boy we've been looking for, Mr. Dollar. Eddie Sales.
Well, I don't know. I can't promise anything, gentlemen. That shot may bring him to for a few minutes, or it may not. He's badly burned.
What are his chances of coming through it alive, Dr. Redmond?
Not 1 in 1,000, Commissioner. He may hang on for a day or two, and he might become conscious for a short while and be able to talk. But as far as pulling through, not a chance, really.
Well, there's no point in me staying here any longer. If he does talk, you can get his statement, Max. Good night, gentlemen.
Thank you, Max.
Good night.
Yeah, the whole answer, Mr. Dollar. Right there on that bed. And we may never find out what it was.
I can't figure those shots. He fired them before he came out of the blaze. He wasn't trying to shoot anyone, apparently.
He couldn't even see anyone, burned the way he was.
I'm going up to the dispensary and get some more plasma. I'll be back in a few minutes.
But how do you figure it, Johnny? That Eddie started the fire?
Well, there's no other way to figure it, Pete. But if he did, it's funny he got caught in his own trap.
Yeah, he started it all right. And he shot Dan. Now he's paying for it. But it looks like we're not going to find out who's behind the racket.
Hey, wait a second. He's trying to say something.
Who double-crossed you, Eddie? Hey, Eddie, can you hear me?
No. Well, he still can't make it.
That may be as close as he'll ever come. I'll get it. Hello? Oh, yeah. Just a second. To you, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks. Johnny Dollar.
Me, Johnny.
Oh?
I've got to talk to you. Right away.
All right, talk.
Not on the phone, Johnny. I'm across the street from the hospital. It's an all-night lunchroom. Can you come over here?
I guess so.
Right away?
Yeah, right away. So long. Pete.
Yeah, Johnny.
That was Laura. She wants me to meet her across the street. Stay here and keep an eye on things, will you, Pete?
Sure, go ahead.
Here, Johnny. Over here in the booth.
Now, what's in your mind, Mrs. Frank?
Sit down, Johnny. Come on.
Thanks. You had to talk to me right away. Well?
Look at me, Johnny. I'm not so bad, am I?
In looks, you mean? Oh, no. Well, you're a pink and gold doll. A handful of stars. That's what a couple of guys said today. And I guess it fits.
I don't care what a couple of guys said. What do you say, Johnny?
You look great, Mrs. Frank. Terrific. Now, if you'll excuse me...
No, wait. Johnny, I'm in the clear on this. You know that. The night my husband was killed, I've got an alibi nobody could shake, right?
Well, I'm convinced that you didn't pull the trigger, if that's what you mean.
And you could convince the insurance company, too, if you would. We could have this over and settled.
Yeah, they'd go pretty much on my report.
Why don't you be nice and turn in a real good report?
Well, we get some answers first, Mrs. Frank. Straighten out some of the coincidences. Like the fact that you heard the noise and woke up, that you sent Chief Frank downstairs, and you turned on the upstairs light behind him and made a perfect target out of him. Let's hear what Eddie Sales has to say before I file a report.
Suppose Eddie dies without talking.
Well, in that case, you probably will be in the clear. And now, if you'll excuse
Johnny,
me...
I'll give you $10,000. Make that report. Now.
You are anxious, aren't you?
I just want to get it settled and out of the way.
Pete.
Johnny, one of the firemen I know just came by the hospital. They found out why Eddie Sales fired those shots. The cellar door was padlocked on the outside. He shot the lock off to get out.
And Eddie didn't set the fire. He was locked in the basement. So he was the one who was supposed to die in it. Right, Mrs. Frank?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, what did you want to see me about, Johnny?
See you about?
Oh, yeah. You just phoned the hospital and said to come right over here, that you wanted to see me.
Come on, Pete. Let's get back over there. That's why she wanted to talk to me. To get me away from that room.
Oh, the elevator's coming down now.
Eddie's the big threat. If he comes to and knows he's finished, he'll probably talk his head off.
Here it is.
We get there before... Well, leaving, Mr. Bealey?
Yeah, somebody phoned. The commissioner wants me to meet him across the street.
Is there anybody up there with Eddie?
Well, no, not right now. The doctor will be back in a few minutes, though.
Come on.
Look, I've got to meet the
Shut the
commissioner.
doors, Pete.
Oh, what's going on here? Look, I haven't got time to go back upstairs.
I think you'd better take time, Mr. Bealey.
Well, it's all right. Eddie wasn't showing any signs of coming to.
I'll bet he wasn't.
All right, let's go.
Now, look, you mind letting me in on this, Mr. Dollar?
Let's go down to that room and take a look at Eddie first.
What happened to that policeman they had on duty?
I was here in the hall when I left.
You might have walked down to the... Did you leave that door open, Mr. Bealey?
No.
Come on.
What the devil?
Are we interrupting anything, Commissioner?
What are you doing with that pillow?
Well, nothing. Nothing at all.
You were holding it down over Eddie's face. You were trying... Dead. You smothered him.
He was dead when I came in. I was just moving the pillow.
Did you have to get us all out of the hospital and send the police guard away just to move a pillow?
Mr. Dollar, surely you're not suggesting
Well,
that...
I'm suggesting it. Corbett, I've known for a year that you were back of the racket here, but I didn't have any way of proving it.
Until now? Is that what you mean, Max? Hold it right where you are.
That gun isn't your answer, Commissioner. There are three of us, and you can't get us all.
Stay back, Dollar.
Why did you have Dan Frank killed? He was one of your boys.
I can tell you, Mr. Dollar. Dan was going to pull out, spill the whole business, give me names and facts. That was the reason for the fishing trip. Laura must have tipped off Corbett. Eddie Sales was in town and already had a grudge against the chief. It was real convenient.
That's right, Max. Real convenient.
Then Eddie hid out in the basement of Laura's house until she decided she'd feel safer if he were dead. Until she locked the basement door and burned the house down tonight.
Laura was a weak link. That's why we tried to knock her off this afternoon.
Come on, you better give me the gun, Corbett.
Stay back.
You better do as he says, Commissioner.
I'm warning you, Dollar. Don't come any closer. Stay where you are, or I'll... Let go of it. Drop it. Let go of it.
Watch it. He's making for the window.
Hit him off, Pete.
You'll never stop me from...
He got out of being prosecuted.
We don't have any defendants left, Matt.
Laura.
Eddie Sales is dead, Commissioner Corbett, and Dan, too. No witnesses and nobody to prosecute.
He still has you, Mrs. Frank. Accomplice to murder.
Johnny, no witnesses.
She's right, Mr. Dollar. I couldn't build a case against her.
With this, you can.
With what?
Well, she intended it to be an insurance claim, but it's actually a confession. All signed and witnessed.
What are you talking about?
It's all filled out with a complete story of what happened. It says, we found my husband's body at the foot of the stairs. He'd been shot and killed with his own gun.
Dollar, I don't quite see what...
This claim was in the main office of the insurance company less than 24 hours after Dan Frank was killed. But the police didn't find out he'd been shot with his own gun until 2 days later. How did you know it, Mrs. Frank? Expense account item 4, $110.80. Hotel, incidentals, and transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $194.90. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Welcome back. ways to make an insurance investigator suspicious. At the very top of that, I would suggest that offering a $10,000 payoff to expedite processing of a claim would have to be pretty close to the top. This is another one that I do believe was made into a 5-part serial. I do have to remark that at least the radio dramas of the day tend to indicate that it was much easier to get by in life and work as a known drunk, as illustrated by the reporter in the story. Don't know if that was as true in real life as it was in fiction. Alright, well, we turn now to listener comments and feedback, and we have a review on iTunes from Postal Hawk, who says, I love yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Don't get why people don't like John Lunn. He is my favorite Johnny Dollar. I also like that the old ads are left in. Keep up the great work. Well, thanks so much. Generally, there have been 2 criticisms I've heard of John Lunn. The first was that his voice was too soft, and the second was that his characterization was boring. But on the other hand, you have people like Jim Widner who say that on additional listening, Lunn brings a lot of warmth to the role. And I do think the writing has been better during the John Lunn era than some of the later Edmund O'Brien scripts. I've yet to run into a Johnny Dollar characterization that I've really not liked. I still think Bailey is the best I've heard so far. Myself, I'd probably, of the ones I've heard a lot of so far, I would probably put Lund right under Edmund O'Brien in second place. A hair ahead of Charles Russell. And I haven't heard enough Bob Beredick or Mandel Kramer to rank them. Alright, well, that'll do it for today. We'll be back on Saturday with an episode of The Lineup. Well, today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thank you so much for your support. And this episode we're going to play today occurred 2 weeks after the first one we played. This is the 5th of 8 in the 1950 summer series, replacing the FBI and Peace and War. So here now from August the 3rd in 1950, titled Two Girls Murdered by Hit and Run.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take you now behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. We take you now to The Lineup.
Lieutenant, I haven't been able to get his face out of my mind.
Fine, Mrs. Atwater, fine. All we want you and Mr. Bush to do is identify him. Here, sit down here.
Where do I sit, Lieutenant?
Right next to me.
Oh, yes. Now, I said to myself, Mr. Bush, now there's a face you'll never forget. Oh, those hit-and-run drivers, I tell you.
Not a hit-and-run driver, Mr. Bush. The driver of that car was a murderer.
May I have your attention, please?
Premeditated.
You people out there on the other side of the wire, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Greb, Sergeant Matt Greb. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, their names and charge. If you have any identifications, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. At the end of the line, when I call for questions or identifications, call out the number. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have him held. The officers who took your name will assist you. They're seated among you. Please be prompt with your questions or identifications.
He had the face of a killer, a real mean face.
Just as long as you remember what he looks
room and
like.
dress back into their jail clothes. It makes it quite difficult to bring them back after they leave here. The questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers as they often lie. Bring on the line. All right, boys, all right. Right down to the end of the stage. Okay, that's far enough. Turn around and face front. You, the second man, face the audience. That's it. Hands to your sides, all of you. Look straight ahead so the people out there can see you. Number 1, Augie Passay, theft. Where do you live, Augie?
The usual place.
Where's that?
Bow Jungle. It's under the bridge outside of town.
What were you doing when the officer arrested you?
Well, I was asking a lady for a handout at her back door.
With a gun in your hand?
Well, I was just asking her to hold it so I could hold her pocketbook so she could get me something to eat.
Number 2, Melvin Cornell, vacancy. Where do you live, Melvin?
Westfall Hotel on Clover.
Where were you when the officer arrested you?
Standing in front of the Westfall Hotel on Clover.
What were you doing there?
I was shifting my feet, getting ready to walk.
Where were you going?
I don't know. I hadn't thought about it.
Number 3, Lyle Brooks, theft. Where do you live, Lyle?
3000 the Hilton
That's him, Lieutenant.
What were you doing
Number
with the
him? And the one before him, number 2, I'm sure of it.
Hold it, Sergeant.
Right.
Let's see number 2 again.
Okay, sir. Step out here, Melvin. Turn around, Melvin. Slowly, slowly. That's it. Okay, that's enough.
That's him. That's the man.
What about it, Mr. Bush?
Now, please, now, just a moment. I have to consider.
I tell you, that's him. That's the man I saw run down that girl. How could I forget that face? Lieutenant, that's the man.
Hold for interrogation, Sergeant.
Right.
Is that all you want with me, Lieutenant?
No, you come with me. You too, Mr. Bush. Cigarette, Mr. Bush?
No, thank you. No, I never smoke. And please don't offer me a glass of water either. I don't need or want a thing.
Me neither, Lieutenant.
Relax, Melvin.
I know what you're after, Lieutenant. And I may as well tell you. No amount of catering to what you think are my desires will make me identify this man. Much as it would please you.
But Mrs. Atwater here identified him. She's sure. She's positive.
Mrs. Atwater, what's wrong? Aren't you, Mrs. Atwater? You're dead wrong because
Don't come near me, you running hitter, you murderer!
Stay where you are, Melvin.
You're not going to hurt Mrs. Atwater. Mrs. Atwater's a fine lady, aren't you, Mrs. Atwater? You couldn't have seen me driving that car, Mrs. Atwater. I don't know how to drive a car. So how could I steal a car? Mr. Bush, tell Mrs. Atwater she didn't
That
say
man
me.
is the man, Lieutenant. I'll swear to it. I'll never forget his face, never. One day I shall describe him to my grandchildren.
You will be deceiving them, Mrs. Atwater. Because that poor man is not the man. The man who was driving the murder car was fat.
He was lean, like this man here, this Melvin.
You will forgive me for differing with you, Mrs. Atwater. But the man in the car that ran down that girl was fat. I have seen fat people in my life, and he was fat.
And you need eyeglasses. He was lean. He was this Melvin here.
My eyes are in perfect order. He was fat. What's more, he had unneat blonde hair. He needed a haircut.
He was bald. He was bald and he was lean. He was Melvin. Melvin is bald and lean.
Like your brain, Mrs. Atwater. The man was heavy. Even in all that rain, it was very obvious.
You all had you up on
Stop
that.
it, both of you. Stop it. That's all. Let me go. Out that door.
He insulted me in front of a murderer.
Please.
You made a jackass of yourself, haven't you, Mrs. Atwater?
How about me, Lieutenant?
You too. Out. And, we're sorry.
Oh, forget it. You know, things like this happen. Forget it. This is the way out, huh? Never went out this way before. Forget it, Lieutenant.
Matt.
Yeah, Ben. Where's everybody?
Let him go.
Melvin, too?
Yeah.
But that woman identified him. Ben, a girl was deliberately run over. We know that because 2 witnesses saw the car stop, back up, and run over her body once more to make sure she was dead. Yesterday, on August 2nd, a girl was murdered. Elaine Kirk was murdered.
Anything else, Matt?
A woman identified the murderer, and you let him go?
Mm-hmm.
He stole the car and murdered that girl, Ben.
You through?
Yeah. What do you want with me, Ben?
We're going to have to do it the hard way. Neither Bush nor that Atwater woman saw the man who was driving that car. They were just trying to be important. We're going to have to do it the hard way.
Oh? Well, what can I do, Ben?
You got that engagement book we found on Elaine Kirk?
It's in my office.
Get it, Matt. I'm going to keep Elaine Kirk's engagements.
What can I do for you?
I'm from the police, Ben Guthrie.
So, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for Frank Bennett.
Why?
Is he in?
Don't you catch on? I'm Frank Bennett. What do you want to see me about?
About a girl named Elaine Kirk.
In here. About a girl named Elaine Kirk.
You know she's dead, don't you?
I know.
In her belongings was an engagement book. On yesterday's date, August 2nd, was your name. Did you see her yesterday?
She wrote it down, eh?
Did you see her?
Yeah, sure I did. We had cocktails yesterday afternoon about 5. That's too long ago, eh? My prints wouldn't be on the glass now, eh?
What was the occasion?
She called me yesterday morning, said she wanted to see me, and I always said yes to Elaine. Whatever she asked me to do, I said yes.
All right. What about yesterday?
Over cocktails, she told me that she was going to get married.
Why should she single you out to tell?
Because once I'd been there myself. Once she was telling her friends that she was going to marry me.
And it didn't work out?
Well, her friend said it another way, but didn't work out, does it nicely?
Yeah, wait a minute. To tell you she was going to get married to a man named David Finley?
And?
Mm-hmm. His name's on the list, too.
Lucky him.
Do you know this David Finley?
Well, I've got nothing against him, Mr. Guthrie, except that he got the last kiss in the world from Elaine Kirk. I don't know why. I'll never know why, but that's the way it was. Not to a guy like David, not a girl like Elaine.
A special kind of girl, wasn't she?
That'll do it nicely, too. Say, do something for me, Mr. Guthrie.
What?
Talk to David Finley.
I was going to.
And come back and explain to me why Elaine should give her life to him.
David's at his desk doing his work. He's an accountant, you know, one of the best. That's his room, Mr. Guthrie. Just go right in.
Thank you. May I ask who you are?
I wondered you didn't ask right off, Lieutenant. I'm Dorothy Finley, David's sister. Don't keep David away from his work too long.
Be with you in a minute. Just want to total this column of figures.
Go right ahead.
That does it. Only take a second to enter it now. I don't know you, do I? Someone recommended you to me?
I'm Ben Guthrie from the police.
About Elaine? Is that why you're here?
That's right. Your name was in her engagement book. You saw her yesterday?
I saw her.
When?
She came for dinner at 7. It was an occasion. Kind of a anniversary.
What kind?
Personal.
How long did she stay?
Until 10 o'clock. Then she went away. Walked down a long street. Death was waiting for her. If I'd known, I wouldn't have let her go.
You were going to be married?
We were going to be married.
David...
I didn't think it was right we should get married.
No?
No. You never saw Elaine, did you? No, I mean, when she was... No, you never spoke to her. You weren't fortunate like me. You only saw her when death made her ugly, huh?
David,
You never saw the other way. And you'd know that what I told her was right. She shouldn't marry me. Not me. I'm sorry, Mr. Guthrie.
Did she ever mention anyone? Talk about it?
Elaine is dead. What are you staring at?
Nothing.
Didn't you know, Mr. Guthrie? I'm a cripple. From the waist down. I have to use my crutches to show you to the door.
Yes. What is it?
My name is Ben Guthrie.
Yes, Mr. Guthrie. What can I do for you?
I'm from the police.
What do you want?
Can we go inside?
No, we can't. What do you want?
I'm trying to locate a girl named Janet Irish.
I'm her mother.
Her name was on a list. It's important that I see her, Mrs. Irish.
You can't. No one can see her. No more. No one sees Janet.
I'm afraid I'll have to insist.
Insist, then.
Listen to me.
Janet is dead. Janet is dead, Mr. Guthrie. She was killed.
Killed? How?
The hit-and-run driver killed her.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that a girl named Elaine Kirk had Janet's name on her appointment list.
Yes. She came here yesterday. To console me.
Yes?
Yesterday was the anniversary of my daughter's death. Yesterday, on August 2nd, Janet had been dead a year.
Lincoln once spoke of a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Members of the armed forces are as dedicated to the proposition of maintaining this government today as were those soldiers who sacrificed their lives on the battlefield of Gettysburg during the war between the states so many years ago. They know that as U.S. citizens in uniform, our military personnel have definite responsibilities to their God, to their country, and to themselves. Oh, come in, Matt. Come in. You find anything?
Oh, newspaper clippings, file reports, nothing very satisfactory.
All right, let's have it.
Well, that's just about what Mrs. Irish told you. A year ago, her daughter Janet was hit by a car. The car didn't stop. Janet died on the way to the hospital. Driver of the car was never found.
No wonder Mrs. Irish was bitter when I told her I was from the police.
Yeah, no wonder.
She told me Elaine Kirk had stopped in to offer condolences.
Well, people do that.
But doesn't it bother you that they were both killed by hit-and-run drivers?
Yeah, it bothers me.
What do you think?
I don't know.
You spoke to the man who owned the car that killed Elaine, didn't you?
Sure. The car was stolen, all right. He and his wife went to the movies with some friends, parked the car, left the keys. When they got out of the movies, the car was gone.
Nothing there, huh?
Except the man was screaming when they found the car later because his fender was bent.
I bleed for him. Let's go back a minute, Matt. We were saying that Janet and Elaine were probably friends. That fact keeps throwing itself at me.
And both killed the same way. You can call it coincidence.
Would you?
How do you expect me to answer that, Ben? I don't know anything more about this than you do.
I know. The thing to do is to find out. Two girls, friends. If their manner of death was not a coincidence, what was it? What secret, what thing did they share together?
If you could find that out.
Yes, if I could find that out. Well, I'm going to try.
A neat trick, Ben. How are you going to do it?
Elaine Kirk was going to marry a man named David Finley. Maybe she loved him enough to tell him her secrets.
What is... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant. I'm glad you've come back. I wanted you to come back.
Your brother, Miss Finley. May I talk to him, please?
He's not here. He's at the athletic club, swimming pool. He swims there every day for exercise because he...
I know.
Of course you know. Everyone knows about David. He's so brave and good. So efficient, so helpless. I drive him to the pool every day. I'm going back to pick him up in a little while.
Well, I'll come back a little later then. Will you tell David...
No. Please, don't go.
But, Miss Finley, just tell David that
When I tell you what I'm going to tell you, I'll bet you won't go.
What is it, Miss Finley?
I'm in the house.
Well, what do you want to tell me?
I murdered Elaine Kirk. I'm in the house, Lieutenant Guthrie. We can go into David's room. He doesn't mind. He lets me help him. Lets me do the things I want to do. They're always for him. For David. Sit right there in David's chair, Lieutenant.
You said you murdered Elaine.
I didn't mean to murder her. He loved her so. He loved her so much. She was so beautiful. You won't tell him I killed her.
Why did you do it?
I don't know. Somewhere deep inside my brain there must have been a hate for her. Big enough to make me kill her. Big enough to make...
Miss Finley. Miss Finley.
I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be brave like David. I'm all right now. I'm all right.
Do you realize what you've said to me?
Yes, it was murder. As if I'd committed it with my own hand.
What?
As if I'd struck her down with my own hand.
Tell me about it.
The night Elaine died, it was raining, remember? There was thunder and lightning. David wanted her to stay with us overnight. She said no. She wanted to walk home in all that rain. A long, long walk home through the park. I should have made her stay. It was my fault. I should have made her stay.
Miss Finley,
Now, stop it. Stop it. It's not your fault. It happens that way sometimes. It's not your fault.
It is.
It's time for you to pick up David, isn't it?
Oh, yes. I'll be late. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. I'll go pick up David.
Well, that's better. That's much better. Miss Finley, there was a name on Elaine's engagement book. Elsa Weaver. Do you know her?
No, but I've heard Elaine talk about her. She's a society editor on the Globe. Are you going to talk to her, too?
Yes.
Goodbye, Lieutenant. Thank you for your kindness.
You say you're a policeman, Mr. Guthrie?
That's right.
I was trying to match you with a profession when you walked into my office. Funny, I didn't think policeman.
May I ask exactly what it is you do in this office, Miss Weaver, as society editor?
Elsa Weaver.
Yes, I know that's your name, but...
Elsa Weaver, I hear rumors and write innuendos. I'm a columnist, society. You seriously didn't know who I am?
Miss Weaver, I want to talk to you about Elaine Kirk.
Why me?
Your name was found on Elaine's person when she was killed.
Oh? Why?
You tell me why.
My name was found on Elaine's person regarding what?
On her engagement list. She came to see you.
She certainly did.
Why?
Now I've got to answer you, don't I? Elaine Kirk came to me to announce her wedding to David Finley. She told me that so I could put it in the papers. People tell me things, I put it in the papers. Each Friday I draw a check. Neat?
Doesn't it bother you that Elaine was killed?
I loathed her. I'm making my mind about people, and I keep it that way. Elaine is dead, one less person to loathe.
All right, so you're honest about it. Let's keep that way.
Sure.
Why did you hate Elaine?
The reasons a woman has for hating another woman. The reasons a woman makes up her mind about another woman.
Like what?
Elaine Kirk was a beautiful girl, and she knew it. That's what made her intolerable. Her beauty, her brains, her capacity for enjoying herself, it sickened me, that's all.
Did you know a friend of hers, Janet Irish?
Casually.
Think about this, Miss Weaver. It's important. Was there anything these two girls had in common, shared?
Of course.
What?
Frank Bennett.
Frank Bennett?
That Hulk. That gorgeous boy with the hair, and the smile, and the black eyes.
How well did you know him?
Arm's length. That's one of my burdens. Let me tell you how it was, Mr. Guthrie. When I knew Frank, he was engaged to Elaine Kirk. Janet Irish was Elaine's friend. So?
So?
Join me in my thoughts. Frank Bennett was never lonely. Am I clear, Mr. Guthrie?
You came back to tell me that Elaine wanted David and not me. That's why you came back?
No, Frank.
David, with his condition. Creates a big pity in people, like he did in Elaine. So much pity that she just had to marry him. See, I knew the answer all the time. Drink, Lieutenant, help yourself.
You told me Elaine was something very special to you.
You told me. I agreed with you.
What about Janet Irish?
From left field, Lieutenant. From out of nowhere, like a bolt from the blue. Why do you spring Janet Irish on me all of a sudden?
I hear she was something special, too.
To me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what you hear is a lie. What does a policeman have to do to hear a lie like this? Where does he go?
Janet Irish, Frank. Tell me about
it.
it.
To Elsa Weaver, perchance, you went for this about me and Janet? Well, you went to the right place. That Elsa's a bitter girl. Frank doesn't light Elsa's cigarette. Open doors for Elsa. Kiss Elsa goodnight. For not doing these things and more, Elsa loathes Frank. Makes up lies about him and Janet, about him.
Then what's the truth, Frank? That's all I want.
Well, Janet was a pretty girl. Janet was Elaine's best friend, and if she hadn't been, I wouldn't have looked at her twice. Janet was not one to make me hungry for her. The truth.
Janet was killed in a hit and run a year ago on August 2nd. Elaine was killed the same way also on August 2nd. We know it was murder. You think Janet was murdered, Frank?
Well, that's your department to think about things like that.
If it was murder, They could have been murdered for the same reason.
You know, it's interesting the way you come to me to think things out. You use my place, you take my time. Not that I mind.
You know the girls very well, Frank.
Only Elaine, I told you.
Elaine. Did she ever tell you anything about Janet? Some secret they shared?
Well, there was a thing, but it wasn't a secret.
Oh, what was it?
Well, it was Elaine and Janet that made David Finley what he is today.
What are you talking about?
Happened up in Canada on a lake. David, he was a stranger to the girls. He was swimming, and the girls were in a motorboat. They didn't see David. They ran him down. Hit him in the back with the boat, paralyzed him from the waist down. That's what the girls did to David upon meeting him.
I never read anything about it.
Well, it didn't come out till months later. David didn't want it to come out. When it finally did, it wasn't news. That's why you didn't read it in the papers.
Why didn't David want it known?
You never saw Elaine, did you, Lieutenant? To be crippled by a girl like that, well, that could be a caress. You leaving me, Lieutenant? Without a goodbye? Without a thank you?
Goodbye, Frank. Thank you. What took you so long, Matt? I've been waiting 15 minutes.
Take it easy, Ben. I had to find somebody to take over the lineup for me. What do you got?
Answers. And a murderer. Come on. In here.
Oh, Lieutenant Guthrie, please come in. And you too, the lieutenant's friend.
This is Sergeant Greb, Miss Finley.
How do you do, Sergeant?
Hello?
You want to see David, don't you? He's in his room. I'll go get him.
Not yet. I think we want to talk with you. We want to tell you we know who killed Elaine Kirk.
I told you I did.
Mm-hmm. Let's go in here and sit down.
Yes, of course. Sit here, Lieutenant. Sergeant, you're right over there.
Miss Finley killed Elaine Kirk?
Yes, I did. I explained it to the lieutenant. If I had insisted that Elaine stay here that night, nothing would have happened to her. I would have taken care of her.
I see.
Oh, no, you don't, Matt. What? The way I figure it, Matt, the person who killed Elaine Kirk also killed Janet Irish. Miss Finley, did you kill Janet?
Who?
The lieutenant said Janet Irish.
Oh, no, I hardly knew her.
Well, I'll tell you something else, Matt. Whoever killed Janet and Elaine had the identical motive.
I want my brother in here with me.
All right.
Ben.
Relax.
Hello, Mr. Guthrie. My sister tells me the other gentleman is Sergeant Greb.
That's right, David.
She also tells me you know who killed Elaine and Janet.
That's also right. Tell me, David, how long ago did you have your accident?
2 years ago.
On August 2nd?
Yes.
How are you getting along?
Pretty good. Swimming, the exercises I take. I even drive a car. I'm making progress. Before long, I'll even be able to take care of myself.
Oh, David. David, it'll be a long time, you know that.
You know, that's all I've got now, time.
I'm glad your sister brought you in here, David, so I can tell you who killed Elaine and Janet. Someone who despised them for what they did to you.
Elaine made it up to me. She made it up 1,000 times.
Miss Finley.
Yes?
Tell us how you killed Janet Irish.
I told you I hardly knew her.
You ran over her a year ago on August 2nd. Killed her with a car, like you killed Elaine yesterday on August 2nd. With a car. Both of them on the anniversary of your brother's accident.
Oh, no, I didn't. David, tell them I didn't.
Dorothy.
Tell them.
I can't. I can't tell them that.
David!
You're the only one who could have hated them so much.
I did it for you. For you, David. For what they did to you. A cripple looked at you. A helpless cripple.
You. My sister.
Yes, I killed Janet. But with Elaine, I waited. I saw it was happening. She was falling in love with you, David. The longer I waited, the more she had to lose. 1 year of loving you. And then I killed her. Then I killed her.
Oh, take her out of here.
And hold away on you, David. Elaine? Could she have done that?
Take her out of here!
Matt. You better come with us, Miss Finley.
The lineup was produced and directed by Elliott Lewis, written by Morton Fine and David Friedkin, and stars William Johnstone as Lieutenant Ben Guthrie and Wally Mayer as Sergeant Matt Grebb. Music was composed and conducted by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Peggy Weber, Ann Stone, Lillian Bayeff, Howard McNear, Lou Krugman, Sheldon Leonard, and Larry Dobkin.
Has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Welcome back. Well, the Fine and Friedkin influence definitely felt here in this script, and I think there were probably a few clear comparisons to Broadway as My Beat in the way that this one was told. Both the method that was used to arrive at the solution as well as some of the dialogue. But this is actually the last of those 8 summer episodes. The other ones that came after that, Witness Drops Dead from Poisoning, Death in Bleachers, and then the Arson murder case. And then the show went off the air on August 24th to return on September 2nd. So it was a hit with audiences, and the lineup was set for another 2.5 years broadcasting on radio. There was even more ahead, but we'll get into that next week. In the meantime, send your comments to box13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter, Radio Detectives, and be sure and rate the show on iTunes. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.